Baltimore to the Delaware beaches, there's always smooth sailing ahead on WNJD, Cape May, Lewis.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning.
Beaches. This is WNJD, Cape May, Lewis.
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Jim Weller here, and what a day we're going to have, okay? We celebrated the 4th of July yesterday, and we want to say thank you to Best Shot, our friends Ron and Jen Hagan. They hosted the show. We had a live remote yesterday, and it was cool, and we're already booked for next year on the 4th of July, so it's kind of an annual thing with us. So happy day, happy Independence Day, everybody. And Saturday morning, and people say, where are you today? We do get around a little bit. Today, we're in Milford, Delaware. We're at the Palace, which is a restaurant, which is open 7 days a week. Good food, quality food, good people, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dine in, take out, whatever you want to do. They even have pizzas. And I just want to let you know that that's where we are. If you'd like to join us, we have a whole list of guests that are going to be on, a very full schedule today. And you're welcome to stop by. You can sit in this room and have breakfast and break bread with us and check things out in person, or just watch us here on TV Delmarva, or tune us in on Fine Day Radio. Linda Bosco is quite the photographer here. I've never seen anything like it. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yep. So she's walking with a limp here, I've noticed lately.
Is this a live stream of your hose aisle at Weller's?
Yes.
Is this what you got to keep an eye on?
This is Southern States in Milford.
Oh, okay.
These are my
that is
pictures.
Southern States in Milford, yes. So
Yes.
these are two. Southern States is a new sponsor here
I'm very
on
excited,
Weller Does
yeah.
Delmarva. I'm excited, too. We went by there. They're a new sponsor for Fine Day Radio overall.
Yep.
So we're really excited to have them on board. They're a great company, and I believe my great-grandfather was a part of starting
The very beginning.
however many years ago, yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, anyway, I'm trying to memorize everything in these pictures.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, he's got a picture of the seed packets there.
Right.
So remember every one of those.
Every one of the seeds.
Yes,
but
yes.
Anyway.
All right. So thanks to Southern States and Gary
you,
Rhodes,
Southern
and
States.
he's headed out there, and the whole crew out there.
yeah.
Cody Johnson.
Yep, we met him,
Yep,
and
yep.
they're gearing up for the fair. They're going to have a big booth at the fair.
They are, yeah.
Yeah,
I believe
so-
we're going to have Keith on maybe sometime
time.
there. Every time. Oh, really?
All 3 times.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much are we paying him for that?
I'm not sure. He hasn't billed me yet.
Okay.
So anyway,
Man.
and speaking of that
You
package.
told him we have air conditioner where we're going to be, didn't
Right,
you?
I did, yeah.
Speaking
But
of that package, yeah.
The package. So this package, our May special, okay?
May
the May
special,
that
yes.
went into June, that now
Right.
went into July.
Right.
It's a heck of a deal, and we say thank you to Southern States for taking advantage. But it's simply $297 a month, and you get 40 ads. And you say, well, man, that's a lot. That is a lot. That's a very high frequency. 40 ads in a month, that's more than one a day for $297. So you immediately think, well, that's not even $10 an ad.
Right, and then
know.
you think, oh,
They're
never,
at
I got
midnight.
it. It's overnight. That's
Yeah,
right.
it's
No,
overnight. That's why they're so inexpensive. They're not.
No, it's not.
These are prime time, drive time, 6 in the morning to 8 in the evening. It's when
And we
people are-
include weekends also, so it's
Yes.
7 days a week. We don't
Yep.
exclude weekends when lots more people come to our beaches and our resort
Right,
areas.
whether it's
so
the Jersey Shore or the Delaware beaches,
Exactly.
traffic count is higher on weekends. And a lot of radio stations either charge more for weekends or exclude them. So we're giving you all 7 days a week, 40 ads a month, $297. We ask for a 3-month commitment. We'll make your ad, and all you got to do is say, I'm in. And that's how a lot of people do it. They say, I'm in.
I'm in, yeah.
I'm in.
Well,
You know?
for anybody that's advertised and done any advertising, it's easy to say I'm in on that because
Yes.
I know I'm not going to get a better deal,
And-
and that is the best deal. Now, the other thing is, those 40 ads, you're probably going to get more than that,
Yes.
too. So if you're offended by getting more than you're paying for,
That's going to be a problem.
you're going to
Because
have
you
a
might
problem
get
with
60 or 80 ads for the price of 40.
Exactly.
And
So-
another thing that people are starting to really pick up on is,
They're called bonus ads.
yes, our audience.
Yes.
You're not getting
Yeah.
just – so in the beginning days, a lot of people said, well, I'm in Delaware. Do I really want to advertise to a New Jersey audience as well as a Delaware audience?
Yeah.
And we're like, well, why wouldn't you? Guess who's on the ferry?
Well, Jim told
Guess
one
who's-
person, he said, just don't take those customers from New Jersey.
Right.
If you don't
Turn
want
them
their
away.
money, turn them away.
Turn them away.
Right.
So anyway, now people are like, wait a minute. You're the only radio station that is giving me two
Two audience.
totally different areas
Yes.
for one price.
Yeah.
And now it's catching on. So if you're out there and you've not signed up with me yet, we would love to have the opportunity to talk to you about advertising with us, okay? So just call me on my New Jersey hotline, which is 609-551-4367. That's if you're in the Jersey Shore area. Or call me on my cell phone if you're in Delaware, which is 302-542-9157, and you can text that number if you want. So anyway, I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to get you signed up, and I'd love for you to be part of the Fine Day Radio family,
Yeah,
okay?
and when we come back, the next segment we're going to talk about how you can get radio and TV
Oh, that one there.
in one package. The one
Yes.
big package. It's like
The
the one big bill.
beautiful package.
That's right.
All right. Are you telling me we're on? Oh, okay.
Okay,
I got
he's not
nervous.
telling you that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not telling me that.
Right.
Oh, now I hear it.
All right,
okay.
I'll see you in a bit, Jim.
All right, Colin. Thank you. Colin Walls Service Center. All right, everybody. We're coming live on Delaware 105.9. So we're on the radio. We're on TV. We are everywhere. Where could we be? We're here. We're everywhere. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Is this in the way or something? You're looking at me like something's wrong. This is? Really? Shame on you for doing that. Anyway, I wanted to say good morning, folks. We're live now on 2 radio stations, 1 TV station. We're live on many Facebook pages. And I just wanted to say good morning. So welcome. Jay has arrived. Pete's here. Jay's here. Good morning, young fella. Okay, he's listening. On the way in? Yacht Rock. Okay, very good. And he's wearing his new T-shirt. What's it say? Improving one's destiny. That was in that little mug that he won last week, I think. That's the T-shirt. I hope you washed it before you wore it. Hey, let me do a sponsor segment real quick for Dry Zone and Hello Garage, all right? Steve Grossman is on standby. He's ready to be on. He's got himself mentally prepped and so on. And in the meantime, I'm going to do a commercial. So anyway, this is for Dry Zone. And people say, man, you love Dry Zone. I absolutely do love Dry Zone and Hello Garage, and I'll tell you why. Because I've dealt with them many times, many properties, different properties, and I love the attention to detail. I love the fair pricing. I love the fact that they know what they're doing. I love the fact that they arrive when they say they're going to arrive. I love the fact that their warranties are, transferable if I were to sell a property. So whether you need a crawl space encapsulation, whether you have some structural problems, like, the beams and the girders underneath your house or the foundation or something, they help with that. Whether you have concrete that's not level and you want it leveled up, whether you want to remodel your garage with Hello Garage and put up some slat wall or shelving or cabinets or something like that, or recoat your floor, whatever you need done, if you call Dry Zone, they are a top-notch, first-class company. It's owned by Bill and Heather Anderson. They do a good job. They got a whole team of people that care. We had something as simple as a vacuum cleaner system installed in Denise's garage and workshop. Loves it. And they came, they hooked it up, they did all this, and it's not like they just plugged it in. They had to run this tube up in the ceiling because that's where the 40 feet of hose is stored. So you pull it out when you use it, and then when you're done, you hold your hand over the end of the hose, and it sucks it all right up in the ceiling. It's the neatest thing. So anyway, Dry Zone, Hello Garage, you can learn so much about them by going to their Facebook pages or their website. So check them out. If you're looking for a career change, they're always hiring. And I just want to let you know that they like to add good people to their team when they can get those people. So check them out. Give them a call. One phone number will get you everywhere you need to be, and it's 302-684-5034. 684-5034, Dry Zone and Hello Garage. Tell them Jim Weller sent you. Now, Steve Grossman is here today. We're going to take a picture first of all. There we go.
All right.
So how are you, Steve?
I'm good.
Lisa had a birthday?
Lisa had a birthday yesterday, yeah.
All right. And everything good with that?
Yeah, we had a
happy?
nice quiet day. She had the grandkids over the weekend. So
Okay. Well, that's a good
took
present.
them home on Monday, and,
Yep.
and we pushed through the week, and I'm all messed up because today is Saturday.
Oh, you being
Yesterday
messed
was
up?
Friday, yeah. 'cause,
Oh, okay.
I-
You're a little off.
I'm a little off.
Okay.
All
All right.
On Monday, I'll be back in the routine.
He'll be a lot off on Monday.
Yeah,
Today he's just a
probably
little
will.
off.
Yes.
All right. So, Steve, what do you
right.
want to talk about today?
Well, I want to talk about, since the last time I was on, the Milford Rotary Club held their centennial celebration.
100 years.
100 years.
Do you remember when it started?
No, I wasn't around. I've only been a
okay.
Rotarian 25 years, so they had a 75-year start on me. But
Yep.
they produced a book that is just absolutely fabulous.
Wow.
That talks
100
about
years
the 100
of
years
Milford
of
Rotary.
Milford Rotary. And it goes through all the presidents and all of the activities that they've had over the years. It's a great book.
Wow.
And at the Milford Museum that
Yes.
Tom Summers is in charge of, he was on
Yep.
a little while ago,
Yep.
there is a display of 100 years of Rotary in Milford.
Oh, how cool
So
is
if
that?
you get a chance to go up there and take a look at that, that's a great thing to do.
Really?
The other thing I want to push is our Strikeout Polio game,
Okay.
which is Tuesday, August 5th at the Delmarva Shorebirds. It includes all the food.
Help me understand this. So
Okay, all right.
the Rotary Club is gathering
The
Friends
Rotary
of Rotary.
District is
The district?
the District 7630, which is the entire state of Delaware and the Eastern Shore of Maryland.
is encouraging people to go with them to the
To go with
Shorebirds.
us, we have the picnic area in right field. So all the food's included.
But you don't have to be a Rotarian.
You don't have to be a Rotarian.
This is like
We're
an
just-
open invitation.
Exactly. And what we're doing is we're raising money to eradicate polio from the world.
Right. And you've
So-
put a dent in it real good.
We put a real good dent. Last I heard, there were 5 active cases of polio, 2 in
but-
Afghanistan, 3 in Pakistan, and sometimes you're standing in Afghanistan and you're really in Pakistan, so you don't
Okay.
really know.
Not sure of that
so-
statistic, but
so we're getting there. We're getting
everybody
there.
go to the ball game. So
Yeah.
you're saying Rotarian or not Rotarian?
Exactly.
If you want to help make a donation, more or less, buying
Exactly.
a ticket,
Exactly.
getting involved is
Yep.
part of a fundraiser. It's at the Shorebirds.
Yes.
You pay to park, I believe.
It's $5 to park.
Okay, and then the rest is covered by this ticket,
And the rest is covered by the ticket. Admission,
Right.
food.
admission and food.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
You get the pulled pork chicken, grilled hamburgers, grilled hot dogs, baked macaroni and cheese, potato chips, watermelon, popcorn, pickles, cheese slices, tomatoes, water, tea, and lemonade. If you want a beer, you got to
Really?
buy it yourself.
Is it only $40? Am I reading
It's
that right?
$40 a ticket. Yeah.
So $5
So-
to park, you pay the parking
Right,
people.
right.
$40 when you get this ticket, it gets you into the game.
into the game.
All
Right.
you want to eat.
And the ticket cost me less than $40.
That's
We're
where the
charging
fundraiser
40.
comes
That's
in.
where the fundraiser comes
Ding,
in.
ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. And last
Okay.
year, we had 175 folks join us.
Really?
We raised over, people say, how much did you raise? I don't equate it into raising. We raised over 36,000
Wow.
inoculations.
Okay.
So that's the way I look at it. It's
For
not how much
polio.
money you raise, it's how many people we get to go.
Let me keep
give
that
the polio.
paper.
You can keep that.
We may come to that.
That'd be great.
When
That'd
is
be
this?
great.
This
It
is on,
it's a Tuesday night,
A Tuesday night?
Yep.
August 5th?
August 5th.
Okay. Is that going to be in the first August of the year?
That's the first August of the year, yes.
Okay,
'Cause
August
the second
5th.
August of the year, we got something else going.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are they paying? They're playing the Fayetteville Woodpeckers?
Yes, the Woodpeckers against
Holy
the
mackerel.
Shorebirds. Yes, it's going to be a
I buy
great game.
trailers out of Fayetteville.
Do you really?
I do. Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I do for sure. I didn't know that their team was the Woodpeckers.
Yes,
All right.
they are the Woodpeckers.
All right. So we may come to this, okay?
That would
What is
be-
the dress code?
The dress code
Suit and
is
tie?
it's going to be hot. It is going to be sweaty, and if you get a nice day. Last year we did it on a Friday night in
Okay.
July,
Oh,
and there were fireworks, and we thought that would be an attraction, and we got all the people, and then the game went into extra innings, and then
okay.
you had to wait for the fireworks,
Oh,
and then people had to drive home on a Friday night in the middle of July.
yeah.
It doesn't play very well. So this
So
year
you
we
learned.
So this year we learned, and we said, all right, forget the gimmicks. It's about raising
Tuesday
money for
night.
polio. So we said we're going to do a Tuesday night. People can come after work, enjoy
Okay.
the day, and
But
go.
get the tickets ahead of time, right?
Tickets.
How do I do that?
You fill out the bottom, or you
Okay.
call me, or you send me an email.
Okay.
And
There's only 150.
well, we have 150. I need to know by July 20th if I've sold more than 150.
Oh, so-
I can get them and get them to you.
Okay, I got
so
you
we
now.
were selling tickets the day of the game last year, and it was
Oh.
pure chaos.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
We want to do this ahead of time.
We do want to do it ahead of time. I'm
All right.
trying to do it ahead of time.
Is there something else?
There's one more thing,
Okay.
and that is just an update on the Can Do Playground at
Okay.
Hudson Fields, Sussex, or CanDoHudson.org. We are going into our public campaign this fall. Our goal is still $800,000 through core sponsorships. We've raised about $250,000 already.
That's a good start.
So we're looking to get more supporters. All 8 Rotary clubs in Sussex County are involved in this project. At the Seaford installation of their officers, which we're in the process of doing now, they presented a $20,000 check.
Ooh, that's a good.
And then our past district governor, Bill Ferguson, from the Salisbury area, gave us $10,000. So we are well on our way to getting to. We want to try to get to the 400,000 by Labor Day.
Okay.
Because then the foundations in Delaware, the big foundations, they all like to be the one to put you over the top.
Okay.
So if we can get to $400,000,
Be part of the foundation and let them put you over the top.
If we get more than 400, we're not going to say no.
Okay.
But our goal, our internal goal, is $400,000 by Labor Day, and then we let the foundations do their work. So
where do we steer people, real quick? Rotary International.
CanDoHudson.org.
CanDoHudson.org. Okay.
Right. Yep.
All right, Steve. We're going to leave you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm going to leave you. Thank you.
Okay. Take care. Oh, here's a goodie bag. It's a new thing.
A goodie bag.
A goodie bag for Steve.
All right. Thank you.
Give it to Lisa. Okay.
I'll give it to her for her birthday.
You do that.
That way I don't have to give her anything else.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Take care.
I do want to say hello to Donald McIlvain. Donald, I hope your TV's working. And good morning to you, young man. All right. Do me a favor, Donald. If your TV's working, hold your thumb up so I can see that everything's okay. All right. So anyway, that's my friend Donald. All right. What else is going on? Denise is getting me more guests lined up. Barton's Landscaping is another. Well, it's really called Barton's Rental and Supply. I don't know why I added the word landscaping to it, but Barton's, in other words, Barton's has it all going on. You saw all the tents in the area selling fireworks. Guess where all those tents came from? Barton's Rental. So if you need to rent something, okay, they are an amazing company. They have pages and pages of things that they rent. But what are people renting right now? They're renting water slides and inflatables. So if you need a water slide or inflatable just to keep the kids entertained, or if you need one for a party or an event or something like that, give them a call, okay? But they have everything from cornhole boards to a cotton candy machine to great big tents or all kinds of things. You can rent a tractor. You can rent a loader. You can buy stone. You can buy mulch. It is amazing. There are thousands of things available for rent at Barton's Rental, and everything is clean, operable, ready to go. I rented a great big tent. They came out and installed it and put it up. It got cold. I said, oh, now I need the heaters. They brought me heaters. They're just a great company to deal with. So it's Barton's Rental and Supply. They're right on the highway there in the Bridgeville area. They're open 6 days a week. Their website is bartons.pro.com, okay? I mean, they have everything like for a thing, their rotor-rooter, a sewer line. They have rototillers. They rent everything. And it's just an amazing place. I need to memorize everything. So give them a call. Cody Shields is the owner, and Jennifer runs the place and does a fantastic job. They're right there on Sussex Highway. Phone number, 302-628. 6838. That's 302-628-6838. You should dial it in that exact order, and it's bartons.pro.com on the web. Tell them Jim Weller sent you. Now we're going to take a picture. Are we ready? All right. I have the chief of the Milford Police Department. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Chief. How do I know if it's a chief versus captain? Or is that just each town has their own title?
So each town has different ranking systems. A majority of them do have captains in this area, but it's by their insignia on their shoulders.
Okay.
Yeah. So a captain would have 2 bars.
Oh, really?
The chief has a star. Yep.
But chief is it. You're the highest ranking Milford police officer.
That is correct,
right?
sir.
I do want to tell you something. I interface with the Milford Police every Sunday, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Because they are at United Church.
Yep.
And I just want to tell you, they park nice and straight. I know that's not a big deal, but they do. They represent you well.
Good.
They are friendly. They're engaging. They really do a good job for you.
Good. That's
So
what we expect.
We like having them there.
Yeah.
In other words,
we
you
like
know.
being there.
And so that's just one thing. So I do want to ask, have you received the electric vehicles yet?
Yes, we got them
Okay.
last year. Yeah.
Okay, so one was a pickup, right?
We got two pickups.
pickups,
Yep.
all right.
And one Mustang.
All right. And are they lettered?
One is for our maintenance
Okay.
crew.
Okay.
And so that's just a civilian
utility type truck.
utility
Okay.
truck. The Ford Mustang that we got, the Mach-E, that's not marked.
Okay.
And then the other one, we got what they refer to as like ghost lettering on it.
Oh, yeah.
So if it's
Yep.
reflective and all of that. So
It's kind of neat.
yeah, it's
Okay.
different. It was
So-
cheaper.
Was it?
That was more the
That
goal
lettering
in
was?
the
Really?
letter in the
Well, I guess,
in the
yeah.
ghost one. So we were very limited budget.
Okay.
You know,
And the
because we didn't want to
vehicles were
exceed it.
Like what's it called, a grant or something like
Yep.
that?
We got it
So-
through Energize Delaware.
Right.
So.
And
yeah.
you charge them right there?
Yep, we put
Okay.
in the charging stations and everything,
Okay.
and it's working out well. It's not something that I foresee would be where we could expand it to our patrol division.
Right, yeah,
It's
every
just-
vehicle can't be that,
Yeah,
right.
it can't be that, and it's not, reasonable to believe that the officers are going to go home and put a charging station in their
Yes.
house. They have take-home vehicles.
And
So
then
we-
the minute they need it, it's only half charged or something comes
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Right.
And so, we use it for our civilian staff,
Okay.
for our behavioral health unit, if
That's
they
a
had
good
to
idea.
respond out for something, or go to various meetings as clinicians. And then we also use it for our admin staff,
Okay.
lieutenant and above.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you drove it yet?
I have.
Aren't they neat? Kind
They
of
are
quiet.
neat. They are quiet.
Yep, you could almost sneak up on somebody.
You almost could. You almost could.
All right, so how is the police world? In other words, how are things?
We're doing great. We're very blessed. We are fully staffed.
Oh, are you? Okay,
which is
good.
which is
But
great.
you're always recruiting, is that
Yeah,
right?
we're always recruiting. It's always good to have that list available, for when people are planning to retire.
Yes.
We have one officer retiring this year, but we're very blessed. We already have people waiting. We had, I think, probably about 82 applicants
Okay.
for one position, which
Really?
is
That is
really
pretty
good.
good.
It's a good
Makes
reflection.
it tough. Which one do
Yeah.
we pick, you
yeah,
know?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's great to, not a lot of agencies in this country are blessed like we are, but we have a great town, a good city, and good people.
Milford's really growing.
It is growing.
Yeah. In other words, and you got the new station. I'm sure that was
Yep.
an attraction. In
It
other words,
is. Yep, and
people like that.
we do the take-home car program, which is always good
that's
too.
a big plus, yes.
Yeah, that's a big plus for a lot of people.
Neighbors like that too.
Yeah, they do.
When there's a police vehicle parked in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
it probably helps with people speeding and
100%.
things like that. It's
Yeah,
just a
and
good thing.
representation, and it's a force multiplier for
Right.
sure. But council this year also approved us getting 3 additional officers,
Oh,
which is
that's
good.
nice. That's
yeah,
a good
when
addition.
we're looking at the data and the research and all that, we needed the additional people with the additional growth, and so we presented a lot of the facts before council, and
They listened
they listened
and responded
and responded
favorably.
Yeah.
So what is your sworn staff, in other words?
So right now we are at 37.
37, okay.
And this year with the 3 additional, we'll go up to 40. Yeah.
Wow.
So
That sounds like a handful.
it is, but it's
Okay.
it's needed. We have a lot of growth in the city, and good businesses coming into the
Involved
city.
in the schools.
Yep, involved in the schools and all of that. So it's important, and we want to keep the level of community engagement.
Right.
That we're really promoting with inside the police department, and getting out in the community and being part of the community is really, really
I
important.
agree with that. I see
Yeah.
them at events and things
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
And I saw them down at Hudson Fields
Yep,
to
the
the rally.
K9s, yep.
And I thought they represented you well there
Yeah,
too. In other
yeah, they
words,
do represent the city well. I'm very blessed.
And so 40, it'll be 40, I guess, a year from now. It's to take 9 months or something. Or,
Yeah, so typically it takes, it's a few months to, probably about 6 months to get a applicant through the process from start to finish, and then they're typically in the academy for anywhere from 23 to 26 weeks.
Do they go to the State Police Academy or
It
the Dover
depends.
Police
It
Academy?
depends.
Okay.
We majority of the time we send them to Dover, but
Okay.
there's different cycles throughout the year. Dover has some, then DSP will have some.
Okay,
and
it all depends on
Yeah.
when there's a class coming.
Newcastle County,
and openings and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How many
it's timely.
K-9 units?
We have a total of total of 2.
Okay.
Recently, we just had a sergeant promoted to the rank of sergeant, so
Really?
he still has his K-9, because it's a young dog. We don't want to take it
Okay.
off of the road completely.
Oh, okay.
So that's the ones where
Okay.
you'll see them go out and do the demos and the demonstrations and interact with the kids in the schools and
Okay.
really promote, law enforcement and the capability of the dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So
Was last night a hopping night with fireworks?
it's always happened, but we want people to enjoy and be safe.
Right.
And they were, so
Yep.
we're blessed in that sense.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
Well, it was a good time. I saw some fireworks out at the VFW. Had a nice display.
good.
In other words, and then downtown Milford, didn't they have the Funsters? I think were
Yep.
playing last night,
Yep.
and so Milford's it does seem everywhere you turn they've got things going on.
Yeah, which is great. We want to keep everybody engaged and keep everybody safe.
Yep, and that's a good idea. So, what else do we need to know about the police department? Anything in particular?
No, I think we're doing great.
Okay.
We just completely and truly appreciate the constant support that we get from our community. It's not uncommon for neighborhoods to, stop in, visit, and, drop off little goodies for
I've
the
seen that,
officers,
yeah.
which a cop will
Yeah.
never turn away food.
Right, yeah.
So we're blessed.
Yeah.
We're very lucky to be in the city that we are and to be able to connect with the community the way that we do. I think, I know we talked briefly about just highway safety and, especially with the increase of beach traffic coming down.
Big influx.
Big influx, which, hey, we love it.
Because one way or another, they're coming through Milford.
They're going to come through Milford,
Route
one way or
over
another.
here.
Yep,
I do have a question. In Milford,
Yeah.
you're serving 2 counties.
that's correct.
So if they get a ticket in Kent County, they go to court in Kent County?
Correct.
And if they get a ticket in Sussex County, they go to court in Sussex?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess your officers are able to testify in both counties? no
Both
problem.
counties, yeah.
Okay.
And so
I never thought of that.
Yeah, and it's 2 different, and that was kind of one of the things that we talked about with council is, we're having to report to 2 different forms of government.
Yes.
2
Scheduling and everything.
Scheduling, 2 different attorney general's offices, for
Yeah.
Kent and Sussex. So it does have its demands,
Challenges.
right? But
Opportunities.
yeah,
Opportunities,
opportunities. That's
yeah.
a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I'll write that one down.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, so we're very blessed, and I just remind people that, during the summer months, if you see police officers with, people pulled over on the side of the road, do us a favor, if you can, move over one
moving.
lane.
Right. And move over. Yeah.
Yeah, the Move Over campaign, and that applies for DelDOT workers, it applies for
First
ambulances,
responders,
first
yeah.
responders, tow trucks.
And it's a law.
It's a law.
Right.
It's a law.
It's not a suggestion.
Right.
It's
No
a law.
suggestion. It's a
you
law.
need to move
Yeah.
over.
And so
Yeah.
move over, and if you're not capable of doing that because the highways are packed with our beachgoers, then just at least slow down. Try to slow down to about 20 miles per hour, which
Okay.
on the highway, that's going to be a challenge
tough
too.
one, yeah.
So, but we just ask that you keep our police officers safe as we try to keep you safe
Yep. Because everybody wants to go home at the end of the day.
every day.
Yep.
Every
All
day.
right. Well, thank you very much. How long have you been the chief?
I just started year 3.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. I
in
just
February.
remember when it was like
Yesterday,
Yeah, it
right?
seemed
That's a
like,
good sign, right?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
It's been smooth and
Yeah.
growth and the new
Yeah.
station and everything. So
Yeah, we're very lucky. We're on a good trajectory. Yeah, we got great command staff with Captain Wells and his leadership, and just our 3 lieutenants are doing a great job and really adapting a lot of the things that we're trying to apply as far as, predictive policing, intelligence-led policing, and really looking at data and research. Not, playing the guessing game of
Correct.
where do we need to be. We're actually looking at where the crime's
Statistically.
occurring, and looking at it, and they're just doing a great job of adapting to the new structure.
Well, good.
So,
Structure's where it's at.
yep. that
The
it
opposite
is.
of structure, they tell me, is chaos.
That, and we experience that as well,
Yes.
too.
So anyway.
So,
well, I'm
good-
going to say thank you.
Yeah, good seeing
It's
you,
always
Jim.
nice seeing you.
Absolutely.
Have
Thanks
a
for
little
having
goodie
us.
bag. You can do what you want with what's
See,
in there.
I told you, cops love goodie bags.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
awesome.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Jim.
Have a good
Appreciate
week.
it.
See ya. weekend. All right, there she goes. Cecilia, Chief Cecilia, thank you very much. All right, so I see we have more guests coming up. It's going to be a busy morning today. So with that said, I want to brag on Excel Construction. Oh, I hear the music. All right, we're taking a break from 105.9. If you're listening there, switch over right now to Jim Weller's Facebook page. All right, so to my Fine Day Radio audience, my TV Delmarva audience, and my Facebook audience, and my YouTube audience, good morning, good morning, good morning. You're watching a show called Weller Does Delmarva, and we've got a crazy special. Colin teased this a little while ago.
I did, yes.
I want to hold it up. It's our $677 package, and it's really an unbelievable value. And people, every time I explain it, because it's for 200 ads, okay? So what we're trying to do is we're not trying to just sell you ads. We're trying to partner with you.
Right, and get you results and get you the best bang for your buck.
Right, that's what we want, because we all want the best that we can buy. We all like a good value,
yes.
And we don't want it to be cheap or too expensive. So for $677, what do they get, Colin?
Well, you're going to get 100 radio ads on Fine Day 102.3, and you're going to get 100 television ads on TV Delmarva Channel 33. So what this is
But it's not $677 plus $677.
Exactly. It's
677 for all the
entire
ads,
package,
all
right.
200 ads.
These are primetime ads, just like we talked about in the 297 package. It's 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. These ads, Monday through Sunday. So
yes,
7 days a week, you're going to get these ads. TV ads, you're saying, I don't have a TV ad, and those are very expensive to make.
Yes.
You are correct. They are expensive, but we're going to throw that in. But we do want you to agree to at least 3 months because
we're putting
the effort in. We'd hate to see you do it for us take all the time.
And you do it for 1 month.
And you do it for 1 month.
Right.
And so we do want you to do it for 3 months at a minimum. But I think you're going to say, this is such a good deal, I'm going to continue. We've got several people that are.
For $677 on TV or radio is a good deal.
Right, for just 100 on either.
Right, but when you can get 200 ads, 100 radio, and 100 TV.
For that $677 one money deal.
Yeah, 200 ads. I mean, if they were $4 an ad, that'd be $800.
Right.
So this is a wholesale package.
We're going to make the radio ads for you. We're going to make the TV ads for you. Of course, if you have radio and TV ads you want us to run instead of us making them, that's fine with us too. But either way, we don't charge you for it if we're going to run those. And we do recommend you on the radio part that you rotate, 2 or 3 different radio ads. Yeah, and we can do more than that if you've got more that you have done or want done. So how do we get up with Jim Weller to talk about this deal?
I would call Jim Weller is what I would do. All right, so if you happen to be in the Jersey Shore, I've got a Jersey number. It's 609-551-4367. Let me say it one more time.
I thought you had that memorized. You got the first 6 numbers memorized. Yeah.
Yep. 609-551-4367 is it. Yep. So that's if you're in the Jersey Shore. Call that number now, and I'll get back to you. But call it right now while it's on your mind. I'm not a high-pressure salesman. We're going to just talk about it and see what we can do for you. Then, if you want to call my cell phone, which is a Delaware number, it's 302-542-9157. You can also text that number if you want. But if you're listening and you're watching now and you say, I'll get to it, do me a favor. Just call me now. Leave a message. I might not even get back to you till Monday or Tuesday. But call me now just so I know you're hearing me, all right? So I'd love to talk to you. I'd love to help you. Our radio station reaches 2 shores.
It does, yeah.
The Jersey Shore and the Delaware beaches.
And foreshore.
And foreshore.
Yes.
So anyway, give us a call if you would, please, all right?
All right, that's a good deal.
That's a good deal.
Yesterday, we had this crazy e-skip going on.
Yes, we did.
And what that means
You're going to talk about it.
I'm going to talk about it, yeah.
Okay.
So what that means is that you're hearing a radio station. So I was listening to 102.3 yesterday.
Okay.
Fine Day Radio. And then all of a sudden, I'm hearing this other station and found out that it was from Biloxi, Mississippi.
Wow.
And then I'm part of different broadcast forums and stuff. And they were talking about, so I saw somebody was hearing the Delaware stations in Iowa.
Wow.
Yesterday. So anytime you have these long distances like that, sometimes you'll get ducting, which is that happens in the troposphere, but that you'll get like more local stuff. So we'll get Baltimore here in Delaware, in the Jersey Shore.
What would you call it?
This is called E-Skip.
E-Skip.
That happens in the ionosphere. And
the ionosphere?
Yeah, so literally the radio signal goes up and bounces off of the ionosphere and comes down
Really, somewhere
1,000
else.
miles further. Yeah.
I'll take a customer 1,000 miles away.
Exactly, right. So we didn't even charge anybody for that on their ads.
Really? So I got a whole lot more coverage yesterday. Okay.
Exactly. So if you were
what
hearing...
What is it from? The air's heavy or
well, so
the crop
different
spraying?
things. Well, ducting is, which is closer, you know what I mean? It's where we'll get the Baltimore stations or DC stations and things like that. That's usually from a temperature inversion. Where it's colder or hotter up aloft or whatever they call it. Yes.
Okay.
So where there's lots of different inversion in temperature. This is in the ionosphere, the E-Skip, and that is from ionization of that. So particles or whatever but it can be from sun spots. It can be from storms creating, a lot of electrical activity up there in that part of the atmosphere. So lots of different things several different things can
cause it. We're
going
going to have to package this class.
Yeah. We'll get Hunter to talk about all this. He can talk about the different...
I bet he could, yes.
Different atmospheric layers.
So not to worry. We are on it. There's nothing we can do about it.
No.
But we're fully aware of it.
Right, yeah. Yep.
Oh,
we tried to open a bunch of Freon cans and releasing a bunch of ozone out, to disrupt it.
Joke,
but that is a joke. We really didn't do that. I would not do that. Yeah. Have you seen the price of refrigerant? I would never do that.
Or the fines for doing it.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
So anyway, that's what was going on yesterday if you were trying to listen and...
Thought it was us.
Right, yes.
Oh, I hear it.
You thought we had a southern accent suddenly.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Colin.
I'll see you in a little bit, Jim. I'll be back.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right. We're coming back. We are live right here on Delaware 105.9 and 2 radio stations, 1 TV station, and so on. Want to do a commercial real quick for my friends Dave Dill and Danny Humphreys. This is Excel Construction Group. And if you want some concrete work done, I've talked to people that have dealt with them, like whether you just need a patio poured, whether you're building a house or a garage or a pole shed or something, or you're getting a shed and you want a nice concrete pad, or you want your sidewalks redone. Listen, if you need some concrete work and you want to deal with somebody that's locally owned, locally operated, one of the owners is on every job. They don't sub your work out. They do it themselves. They do big pours too. I saw one building the other day, I think was like maybe 60 by 180 or something. It was a huge building. And they have this thing called a laser screed, and they have the ride-on trials. And they really do a really nice job. So I know that you don't think about concrete a lot, but you should. Okay? Because there's nothing worse than getting a new garage or a pole shed or something like that. And next thing you know, the floor is just not right. These guys are meticulous. They are professionals in their field. Their estimates are free. They're licensed. They're insured. They will travel if need be. So if you live in another state and you want to talk to them about a job, feel free to give them a call and see what they can do for you, okay? So it's Excel Construction. It's excelconstruction.group on the web, okay? excelconstruction.group on the web. Phone number's 302-349-9277. That's 302-349-9277, excelconstruction.group, and give them a call and see what they can do for you. Get on the schedule. They're busy all the time, but they'll take good care of you, and they're very, attention to detail oriented, all right? So they also do build custom homes. So if you are contemplating a new home, if a new home is in your future, and you want to talk to a contractor that really does pay attention to detail, give them a call, all right? All right, Jimmy is here. We're going to take a picture real quick. Jimmy Weller, how are you today?
Wonderful.
Good. And you're off today.
The store's closed.
The store's closed.
I'm off,
okay.
though.
All right. So anyway, a couple things. Did you want to mention the motorcycle for sale real quick?
Yes.
Okay. He's got a like new. This thing, you bought it brand new.
Lindsay bought it brand new.
Lindsay bought it brand new.
So it currently has less than 750 miles.
And I think you're selling it for like 40% less than what you paid for it.
Right around there.
Yeah. So their loss is your gain. She's pregnant, doesn't want to keep riding, and so Let's get this motorcycle sold today.
It's a Can-Am, so it's got 2 in the front, 1 in the rear.
Not 2 seats, but 2 tires up front.
Yep.
1 seat.
1 in the rear, so it won't tip over. That was what she wanted.
That's the thing, right? When you stop at a stoplight, you don't have to.
You just sit there.
You just sit there.
So you do have to have a motorcycle license.
Okay.
But it's 1 speed. There's no shifting. There's no clutch. You just turn the throttle when it goes.
Gas and go.
And it's 900 cc. It has some pickup.
Wow. So it was $14,000 or $15,000 new.
Yep.
Something like that. What are you selling it for?
10.
$10,000. Okay. Yep. So if you've always wanted one of these, even if you don't want it, if somebody doesn't even want it, can they still buy it?
It would make a great gift.
It would make a great conversation piece too, wouldn't it?
They would.
You come home with that motorcycle and say, "Honey, look what I bought."
Yeah.
Right. It'd make a nice conversation piece.
Yep.
All right. So I could see Pat Vent buying that thing. Yeah. So anyway. All right, so what do they do if they want to talk about that?
So my cell phone, 302-841-1828.
841-1828. Now, what's next on your agenda?
I brought some new papers from our shed provider.
Ooh, okay.
They have come out with new products.
Look at that.
So we got greenhouses now. We can build greenhouses.
Oh, here we go.
Pool sheds.
Pool sheds, very nice.
And they got some other options such as wooden shutters and board and batten siding. So there's T111 vinyl and now board and batten, which looks kind of different. So
wow.
Depending on what style you're going
Amish
for.
quality.
Yep.
What are we talking, 8-10 weeks to get one?
3.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. They'll build on site. So I recently sold one to somebody who lives in a trailer park situation with fences, so there's no way to get
it in.
So they'll carry it in wall by wall. They'll send a crew.
Build it right on site that day. That day, right?
After 3 weeks or so.
No, I meant, but I meant they do it in a day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they're not there for days or anything.
Nope.
When they get there, you'll look at them and say, "These people are workers."
Yep. I have one of their sheds. I did the rent to own.
Okay.
So the shed is high quality. I love it. It's very clean. It's very well put together. The rent to own was great because I did the 90-day same as cash.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
You get a normal rental contract, and then if you pay it off in 90 days, it's same as cash.
Don't pay any interest or anything.
No.
All right.
Great.
So you can get in many shapes and sizes, colors, different roof pitches.
We do metal roofs.
Metal roofs. Okay. A little bit. Can I have those 2 brochures?
Sure.
I did not even know we had all this stuff available.
I don't know if we have pricing on it yet.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll be happy to give us a price.
Right. And but you could price out a shed probably within a day.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yep. I mean, I talk to people all the time. They're waiting on prices for something here and prices for something there. And I'm telling people within a day, you can price a shed or a metal building from us.
Yep. And they'll do all shapes and sizes. So I recently did a 16 by 50.
16 by 50.
It's not going to be a portable building. They're going to build it on the ground on a concrete slab.
Okay.
They're going to send a crew. They're going to piece it together.
That's big. 16 by 50.
Yep. It's going to have a porch on the front.
Really?
Yep.
That's nice. Well, very good, Jimmy. So now we're closed today. Store's closed today. We're back at it Tuesday morning, right?
Our normal Sunday, Monday, we're closed.
Okay. What phone number do you want them to call?
Cell phone.
302-841-1828. That's Jimmy's cell phone. Do you text too?
Yeah.
So they could text you if you just want to say, "Hey, Jimmy, give me a call on Tuesday," or whenever. Sheds are a big part of our business anymore.
Yeah.
People really like the fact, I get this all the time. When we went into the shed business, I need to tell everybody this, we were already in the trailer business. And so when the shed company said, "What kind of a markup do you want?" I said, "I'd like to be less expensive than everybody else in my community." And so they priced us about 10% below other people that sell sheds. Our reasoning was we make our living selling trailers. Compared to a person that kind of makes a living selling sheds, it is an additional thing that we do. So people say, "Well, how come you are less?" We do that on purpose. It was set up that way in the very beginning. So we run about.
We hear it all the time.
Oh, I know. I hear it all the time. I hear it more like people are like, "Why is your shed?" You take an $8,000 shed. That's $800 below everybody else in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So
it's a mini vacation.
It's on purpose. We do it that way because we, again, make most of our living selling trailers.
We get told all the time that our sheds are also better quality than some other ones.
Absolutely. Yeah, the guy we get them from, he is adamant about constantly
plywood
adding.
interior. It's not OSB.
Correct. What else is different?
Some of the spacing.
Yeah.
Some of the material, the shingles, ours are 25-year. They're also name brand, the vinyl, Georgia specific.
Right.
Georgia
So,
Pacific.
and if you need it to match your house or something, a lot of times we can do that.
We can do it. You just give us the name. We'll get the vinyl. We can also match paint. We have about a 5,000 color sample from Sherwin-Williams.
So there's a lot you can do. So we're not your average shed place, okay? We're Sheds Plus, okay?
And the rent to own is very easy. Everybody's approved. No credit check.
Oh, okay.
We just get a picture of your license, down payment,
and get it
sign the
rolling.
Contract.
And we have about 50, 60 sheds in stock.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, whether you want to order one or buy one from stock, it's Weller's Utility Trailers. Jimmy, you like using your cell phone?
Yeah.
302-841-1828.
1828.
Jimmy Weller.
Got a big honey-do list this weekend, so give me a call. Break up the monotony.
Oh, okay. He's welcoming your phone calls.
Yeah.
All right. You had some company over, right?
Yep. They're probably still there. Probably still sleeping.
Okay.
We had Lindsay's maid of honor over.
Oh, okay. Very good.
And, had one of my best men over.
Okay.
We went in the boat. It was a good time.
You were tubing.
I wasn't tubing.
Okay.
I was driving.
Oh, okay.
He was tubing.
I thought Lindsay was driving and you were tubing.
No, she doesn't like driving the boat.
Okay. All right.
I don't know why.
So they got a pontoon boat and they love it.
We do love it.
All right. So support their habits. Buy a shed.
Yeah. Or a motorcycle.
Or a motorcycle, right. Buy this motorcycle before noon today and make their day. It is brand new.
It's brand new.
700 miles.
It's less than a year old.
Less than a year old. All right. All right, Jimmy, anything else?
I don't think so.
We're going to leave you. Have a good weekend. Thanks for coming up, all right? See ya. What's that? Oh, she wants to take pictures of them. Linda is going to buy a greenhouse. I thought she would. Oh, my goodness. All right. So anyway, let me catch up on a couple commercials before Denise gets up here. Chick-fil-A, another good sponsor of the show. We say thank you to Chick-fil-A for all you do, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whether you want to dine in, take out, whether you want to get a gift card, an ice cream cone, whether you want a milkshake or you want some nuggets, whatever you want. Chick-fil-A is a great sponsor of the show and a great place to get a bite to eat. So we say thank you to them. Excuse me. And then I want to do one more thing. Jimmy did a good job, didn't he, Denise?
Sure did. He always does.
We want him to sell that motorcycle today
We do.
if he can. Now, that's not Jimmy's. That's Lindsay's, all right? And Jerry's Lawn Care. Let me just brag on them for just a second. Jerry Santoro, first of all, he cuts the grass over at Weller's in Bridgeville and does a fantastic job. And you're like, man, that's a lot of grass and a lot of weeds. And man, look at the place. From the air or from the ground or from the highway, it looks fantastic. So lawn care, Jerry Santoro. Tree work, you got a tree that's leaning or needs to be cut down, or you got a stump that needs to be dug up or ground up. He does both or either. He sells firewood. He also sells mulch. He puts down pavers. He does irrigation systems. There's not much he doesn't do. So if I didn't mention it and you wonder if Jerry does it, I just want to let you know, just give Jerry a call. What is the phone number? It's 302-363-6025, okay? Whether you're in state, out of state, you give him a call and see if he'll come and see what he'll do. All right, jlc-llc.com on the web. Oh, you need the phone number again? All right, here we go. 302-363-6025, jlc-llc.com. Jerry Santoro. Denise is here.
I am.
Let's take a picture.
Okay.
All right, Denise.
Yes. We had a good time.
Last night?
We did.
We did. We were all over the place.
We were. Yeah, you really did well. We didn't know where to go for fireworks, and so you found, where was it, the VFW?
The VFW.
Yeah, and then when they were done, we were heading home, and they were
everywhere.
All over the place. And big
we were like
ones.
storm chasers, but we were chasing.
Not little sparklers.
Oh, no, the good stuff.
The big stuff. Anyway, it was fun. We chased a lot of stuff. Anyway.
You said bring this up in the middle of your segment. Do you want to talk about that or not?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Leave her alone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, last week I talked about a family member that was in the Senate.
Yes,
okay?
you did.
Yes, Leon Bulow.
Bulow, Bridgeville.
I was able to, I used to wonder, and I did until I looked at this book.
All right.
What happens when you're an elective official and you're new. And how
You've
do you
never
know?
done it before.
How do you know what to do? You know, do you
Right.
just sit in the seat and just listen and raise your
Right,
hand?
'cause
Maybe
there's a lot of procedures.
Right, there is.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Is there a rule book?
there is a rule book.
Get
Yes.
out of town.
I was able to. This was in an auction, a
Okay.
family auction, and I bought my uncle Leon Bulow's General Assembly 1947 Delaware Senate book.
Really?
Rule book, yeah.
It's an instruction manual?
It's an instruction manual. They got a book, and so that's what in here. It starts right out. It says rules of the Senate, and it goes. It starts with prayer.
Can I see it?
Yeah,
It starts, the number one thing is prayer.
yeah,
Okay, that's a good one.
yeah,
Roll call.
yeah. Well,
Reading?
that's the proceedings. That's
Okay.
that's what's going to happen. But then these are the actual rules. You know, there's like I don't
Really?
know, 40 of them in there. Yeah. Anyway, I found
Wow,
it
look at
fascinating
this.
because I had no idea.
I would have no idea what to do.
Right.
Wow.
And then
It's a nice little book.
right, and then this
Okay.
back here, I don't know what this is, but they're talking about the joint. Now, let
Okay.
me think. Where is it?
All
Anyway,
right.
joint
Joint rules.
So I don't know what the joint is considered in our legislature.
Me either.
But anyway.
Every bill and resolution upon being messaged from one house to the other shall be received
That's
by
okay.
the
Too
chief.
wordy.
Too wordy for sure, and I read slow.
Okay.
right.
Anyway, so
This is
that
him.
leads me into my next segment.
Okay, I'm
which-
moving too slow for you. I
Which
can see
is
that.
my passion.
Her passion.
My passion is reading the Bible.
Okay.
And I don't consider myself a Bible scholar at all.
Okay.
But when I first got saved in 1996, I had never had this experience before.
Okay.
And I'm not a book reader, so it's not like I like reading, okay? But when I got saved, immediately my life changed, okay?
You have a different outlook.
Yeah, different outlook. But also a lot of things like that I was going through became amplified or whatever. And it
Okay.
seemed like it was worse than what I was. Anyway, I was going
But
through.
it might just be clearer to you.
Right, clearer. I think
Okay.
that's a good way of saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway, so I was going through a rough time, and I remember the first time I opened the Bible and these words just popped off the page like,
Oh, yeah.
like God was doing it. And I know they say don't read the Bible out of context, you know. So this Isaiah 54 were scriptures that were for
You.
Israel.
Okay.
Okay?
Israel.
But I took it as it was me. That whole chapter, every verse had
Spoke to
something.
you.
It just spoke to me. So, and all these years later, I have seen it's a book of prophecy. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I have seen every one of those things happen.
Wow.
So anyway,
It's called the bread of life.
yeah, it is. So anyway,
Okay, I
so
mean, for a
that
reason.
got me,
It never outstays-
Right,
it never
so that
outdates.
got me really interested in reading the Bible. That
Okay.
could happen. But anyway, I'm just saying, you know, as you become a Christian, we do need to exhibit Christian behavior and stuff.
Right. I mean, if you want to have something, as being a Christian, you want your words, your thoughts, your actions, your deeds
Right.
to have purpose and value.
Right.
But you also have to intake things.
Right.
In other words, you have to inhale
them into
in order
practice.
to exhale.
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to say what the Bible means to me. It has cleaned up my life a lot. I mean, God cleaned up my life. I thought I was a pretty bad sinner. Like
Okay.
I've kind of done everything, okay?
Okay.
And but so God's cleaned me up, and all these years later, I'm still working on stuff.
You're a work in progress.
I know, because I realize I apologize to you a lot, so I
Okay.
must really,
Hurt me?
yeah.
Jab me?
I
Jabs.
think-
Jim
but I-
Jabs, she
but I
calls them.
always come back and apologize.
She's
don't
real
I?
good at apologizing, everybody.
Anyway, I just wanted to say, you know, that I'm trying to desire what God wants, not what I want.
Okay, and he wants Jim to be happy.
Yeah, he wants Jim to
That's what he wants.
See, and me not be so rough on you, I guess. Anyway, that's it. Look, I got 4 minutes left.
Well, let's talk about chiropractic care.
Okay, let's go.
Do you feel like it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And Waves Car Wash, you're a big fan of that.
I am a big
She
fan.
loves Waves Car Wash. I
Yeah.
do too. I just went to the one in Lewis the other day.
Really?
Yep.
It's just so easy.
They always do a good job
Yeah,
for me. I'm
really
very happy.
Does a really good job.
All right, so Peninsula Chiropractic Center.
Yes, Dr.
Okay,
T.
Dr. T. Good friend of ours, Dr. T, Dr. Bud. Both of them do chiropractic care. Now, you've been going for years now.
I have been, and that's what his big thing is.
Okay.
Don't wait to get hurt to come to him.
Let's keep you
Be on a regular schedule. I go once a month.
No matter what.
And so if I get, like I get a crick in my neck or something, I'm easily adjusted.
Right.
Like, and it just goes back easy. If you just never go to a chiropractor, then your adjustments are going to be much more.
What I do think happens, if your back or your neck or whatever gets out of alignment,
right,
then your body seems to adjust to it.
Right.
So it hurts in the first few days,
right.
Then all of a sudden you don't recognize it. And then when you get realignment,
you've compensated for it on your own.
Body compensates, yeah. So anyway, but with chiropractic care, they get you in alignment. It is important,
Right.
You're very active. You're out, you're shoveling dirt, you're driving the tractor, you're operating the weed whacker, you're lugging watermelons.
Yeah, I am.
So all of that stuff takes a toll on it.
Right.
I am sitting at a chair. I lean like this and hold a telephone,
right.
Hours a day and stuff like that. So we all drive. When you're driving, you're tensed up, in other words. So chiropractic care, you don't really need to be broke down to need it. You just need to continually go on a regular basis and get yourself adjusted, because this way you're more in tune with your body.
Definitely.
And Dr. T and Dr. Bud do a good job. So where's this place? Where is the place?
Well, I know it's in Seaford.
Right on the highway.
Yeah, it's easy
got
to
a red
find.
Roof.
Right next to a
What is it
big
next
antenna.
a radio station.
I didn't know if I was allowed to say that.
Well, you can say the word radio station. You just can't say which one it is.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, long story short,
all right.
Peninsula Chiropractic Center, Denise endorses them. Is that right?
I do, very highly.
302-629-4344, 302-629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com.
Yeah.
All right?
Yep.
So we got that out of the way. Waves Car Wash. Denise has talked.
I know you. Well.
What?
Go ahead. I can't say enough about Waves Car Wash.
Okay.
I think it's easy on my car too. I think it is. I mean,
it is.
Yeah, I think it
Okay.
is. I don't come out of there with any problems, and my car is always spotless clean, and I just love it.
She does love it.
And I love all the equipments there,
Right.
and
The vacuum.
Yep.
The cloths to use.
all the workers always seem to know what they're doing. It's not like you get a new one that doesn't know what he's doing.
Right.
They align you up real easy on the.
You like going through the little drive-in thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
It reads your tag.
Yes, it does read my tag.
It does read
Mm-hmm.
your tag. That's the Milford one. I don't know about the Lewis one, but anyway, it does read your tag.
Right. I just run right through after it reads my tag.
She's going.
I am.
All right.
Okay.
So anything else going on in your world?
Oh no, busy. Just always busy. I'm cleaning closets out. Like if it's too hot outside, I go inside.
Right.
And so I'm decluttering inside, cleaning closets out, cleaning the attic out, getting rid of stuff that we never ever use.
You're doing crafts for the fair.
Crafts for the fair. Not me, my granddaughter. But so I just
Grandson.
have to. Yeah, but he's not doing anything.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
just
it's all her.
it's just her. So I prepare the craft for her, and she sits there and does it and does
Don't we
it
have
well.
a big ball game tomorrow night? Monday
yeah,
night.
it's the big All-Star. This is
All-Star,
for
Sarah
the
and her.
divisional champions, right? Yeah, so
She
they
won
are.
the Sussex County thing. Now she's in a state thing, right? She's playing the other counties.
Is that what?
I think.
Or no, I think this is for if she's going to play the state.
Okay.
I think this is the divisional
Okay.
championship.
Either way, she's moving
It's
right
big.
along.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
They just keep winning.
Our first time as grandparents. So,
Yeah.
right? She's never been in these, whatever she's in, the playoffs.
No, but
the
Shelby
playoffs.
was.
Shelby was,
Shelby
okay.
was an all-star.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
yeah,
you
it's
can tell we
exciting.
are very knowledgeable of it.
We're a little disjointed.
We're excited no matter
We're
what.
coming off of 4th of July hangovers.
Yeah, and all the fireworks.
And all the fireworks, yeah.
We went over to our daughter Jenny's.
Yeah, she had a really nice thing. She has a nice swimming pool. She had a really great meal, like a lot of
did.
different kind of food.
Yep.
And I love different food, not the same old stuff.
I love hot dogs.
Yeah, you do. I brought the hot dog cooker so you could have hot dogs.
Heck with the grill. Just bring the hot dog
Because
cooker.
hot dogs were not on the menu.
Nope.
She had other stuff.
All right.
Anyway, it was all good.
It was all good.
Okay, so you're going to start reading your Bible, right?
I am.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, want to talk real quick about my accountant, Luff and Associates, George Luff, Tyler Luff. I love them. All right, so if you need an accountant for your business, give them a call. They have an office in Milford, one in Dover, one in Rehoboth, okay? They really know what they're doing. They're CPAs. They have a whole staff of people there, and I've dealt with them for years. They also help Wellers with their payroll. They have a thing called Easy Payroll. So if you have a business and you're sick of doing your own payroll, or whoever you're doing it doesn't do it the way you want it, I just want to let you know they have a payroll service. They help with accounting, filing taxes, advice, input, whatever you need. Very friendly, very pleasant, and very timely. I like dealing with Luff & Associates, and you will too. So what is their phone number? Let me give you their phone number. It's 302-422-9699. You said that was the same number you gave last week. Yeah, going to give you the same number every week. Luff & Associates, 302-422-9699. It's Luff. That's Luff CPAs.com. Luff CPAs.com. I like dealing with them. I'm very happy with them. I think I've been with them 30 years now. George and his son Tyler and Team Luff do a good job for me and all the things I have going on. I am very, very, very happy, and I believe you will be too. Now, we got a lot of things going on the show today. All right, lots more to talk about. Lots more guests, okay? I can officially say the show is full. We are very fortunate. We have about all the advertisers that we can handle. We have had a real influx of people reaching out, wanting to be on the show, wanting to advertise with me, and so on. And I say thank you for that. So if you want to be on now, we are scheduling into next year is where we're at. So with that said, I hear the music. We're taking a break from 105.9. Switch over to Facebook real quick. All right, everybody, we're here. So I'm talking to my Facebook audience, my Fine Day Radio audience, my TV Delmarva audience, and my YouTube audience, and all the people inside the restaurant here at the Palace in Milford. So Colin Walls is coming over. And
from the Jersey Shore to the Delaware beaches, this is WNJD, Cape May, Lewis.
All right, and with that, I want to talk about Yacht Rock Weekends on Fine Day 102.3. So that starts at noon today. And goes through midnight Sunday.
Nonstop. Noon today. We have had a really nice response to that.
Oh, we really have, yeah. Yeah, and so we're also playing at 9 o'clock Saturday. So tonight at 9 o'clock is Cool Bobby B's Doo-Wop Stop.
Oh, yeah.
So we had Dr. Ed. He said he listens to it all the time, tells all his friends about it.
Yep,
and
Cool Bobby B.
Yeah, and so that's great that they're listening to Cool Bobby B's Doo-Wop Stop.
And I believe Wildwood, New Jersey, which is where our tower is, is the home of Doo-Wop Radio.
It is, the Doo-Wop music.
Doo-Wop music.
Yeah, not necessarily radio, but doo-wop music. Yeah, just standing on the street corner singing doo-wop. So
isn't that cool?
Yeah, it really is. And
I wonder if that was Cool Bobby B doing that back.
Well, he was part of that.
Movement.
He was part of that movement. Yeah, he was. Yep. So I know he grew up in the Philadelphia area, but then I think he, as a lot of people do, they vacation and travel down to the Jersey Shore.
Yep. And the Delaware beaches.
That's right. So anyway, we're going to have a Cool Bobby B coming up here soon. I think we're getting him scheduled to talk on one of your shows.
I need to push that.
One of your shows. And so we'll get him on here soon.
Yep.
We need to get him to make a special appearance at one of our live broadcasts.
That's what we really need to do. Yep.
Yeah, because he is the MC for a lot of doo-wop shows, probably all the doo-wop shows that are around, where you will go see some of the groups that are still around.
Yep, and he wears a bright purple suit.
That's right.
Or something like that, a bright colored suit. So Bob Backman, we're ready to have you on.
Yeah.
Okay? It's that simple.
That's simple.
All right, what else is up, Colin?
All right, well, let's see. Wall Service Center is closed today. We are taking the week off, and so I gave them Friday off. And now they get Saturday off.
You giving them tomorrow off too?
I'm going to give you Sunday off, and I'm going to give you your regular Sunday pay also.
Oh, my gosh. You're so generous.
Nice of me?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yep, Colin's getting more generous in his old age. All right, so Walt Service Center will be open Tuesday morning, Monday morning.
Yep, it'll be open Monday and Tuesday morning, yeah.
Okay,
and Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday morning, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 7:30. We open weekdays at 7:30. Most Saturdays we're open at 8 o'clock and work until noon.
Okay.
Or they're there until noon. I'm not going to swear that they're working until noon.
All right.
They're there until noon.
But if you have a need over the weekend, you are welcome to just take the car to Wall Service Center.
Yeah, so a lot of if it needs to be towed in, a lot of the tow truck drivers know where we are. If they don't just Google us. Our address will come up. And the keys, if you want to drop your keys, right in the front door, there's a key drop right there. Just drop them right in, and either attach a note or call us first thing Monday morning. That way we know what's going on, and whose vehicle it is and all that. So
I have a crazy question.
Okay.
When I drop my keys through that slot in the door, I often wonder, has there ever been a day you came in and you pushed the door open and the key was jamming the door?
Not necessarily, I don't think.
I just wondered.
But we've had some people throw their key and we can't find it. It'll be all the way back in the back corner. And
okay.
I'm like,
in the
wow.
fruits and vegetable department.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So
goodness.
really, you just need to drop it in.
Okay.
But
just
anyway,
gently put it through the slot and let it drop.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. No need to toss it.
So Wall Service Center, downtown Milford. What is it? 220 Northeast Front Street.
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
Yep,
Right
wallservicecenter.com. You can schedule an appointment there, And if you drop your vehicle off over the weekend and you just want to go to wallservicecenter.com and schedule an appointment and just say, hey, this is what's going on. This is my vehicle and this is what's going on. So if you've been there before, we'll know whose vehicle it is by the tag number. So
by the tag number.
Yep, and we recognize Colin. Colin will pull in and say, oh, there's so-and-so's vehicle. He knows people's vehicles just by the look at them.
Which is a nice thing.
Oh, it is,
because
yeah.
it means you remember your customers.
Yeah, absolutely.
It means that you remember their vehicles.
Yep.
And you might have said, the last time you were here, that right front tire was wearing pretty good. And now it's time to go ahead and put 2 new tires.
Exactly, yeah. So, and the nice thing is we can put recommendations in our computer system so we don't have to rely on us remembering everything.
That's a good idea.
So, yeah.
And also, it's like the guy that says, I just put that battery in 6 months ago. Yeah, it was actually 4 years and 6 months ago. So.
Yeah. Yep.
We all do that.
We're all guilty of that.
Yep,
yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
Thinking we just did it yesterday.
Uh-huh.
We got a live remote this Wednesday.
We do have a live remote. We've got a lot of live remotes. And we've got on more than just Wednesday. So
There's
this Wednesday.
one left. There's one left for the year.
Yeah.
I forgot because we got 2 people that maybe want it.
Oh, really?
They just need to make up your mind. If you're thinking about doing a live remote broadcast.
Pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, with Fine Day Radio, we got one left for the year.
Is that October 8th?
Yep, that's it.
October 8th. So we have this week coming up this Wednesday. We're going to be at Boulevard at the beach, right there on Route 1 in Lewis, Midway area. So.
All right.
We'll talk about the rest of them here.
So just check me out on Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning, if you would. All right. Huh?
Your Facebook page?
My Facebook page, yeah.
All right. That's
I'll be on. I'll be doing something. So I just want to let you know, don't miss me this Wednesday at 10 o'clock. L&W Insurance Agency. I brag about them every week. People say, I don't know how a man can love his accountant, his insurance agent, his attorney as much as he does. I like good service is what I like, okay? So you can buy insurance anywhere, but what you can't buy anywhere is the level of service that you receive from L&W Insurance Agency, whether it's pricing a policy, whether it's going over details, whether it's speccing things out, whether it might be, whatever it may be. I want to let you know that L&W Insurance Agency is a very nice place to do business, whether it is for car, whether it's you are building a house, whether you are opening a radio station, whether you own electronic billboards, whether you own a business and you need liability insurance. Do I have enough? Do I not have enough? I'm working on some stuff where, we were talking about umbrella policies. They're so very affordable. Everybody needs one. Even for your own personal use, you ought to have it. If you're a renter of a property, you might want renter's insurance. So anyway, if you have any insurance-related questions and you want to deal with the insurance experts, it's not a hobby. It's not something they do on the side. It's something they're passionate about, and they do it all the time, and they're available all the time. It is L&W Insurance Agency in Greenville and Ocean View and Dover, all throughout the state of Delaware. Give them a call, commercial, residential, whatever it may be. If you want to talk about insurance, life insurance even, call L&W Insurance Agency at, what's the phone number? Going to give you one number. It's 302-856-7828. That's 302-856-7828, LWinsurance.com on the web. And yes, they're very active on the Facebook, all right? Now, Alan Sayer has arrived. We're going to take a picture again 2 days in a row he's been with me. So anyway, Alan, how you doing there, young fella?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here again.
It is a pleasure to see you. We appreciate you and your support of all that we have going on. And we hope you get a return on your investment hanging out with us. Okay?
I already have.
Well, good.
Yes,
well,
sir.
we don't want to stop, all right?
No, let's
We
not
want to
stop.
grow. We want you to grow. We're all kind of growing, all right?
Yes.
So with that said, let's start like we've never talked to this audience before. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So you're a local businessman, family man, living in the Milford community, right?
Yes, I live right around the corner from the
Right
house
around the
here.
corner.
Yeah.
All right. And you own a business called?
Slice of Paradise.
Okay. And you do, at your business, what?
We do custom aluminum railing and
Okay,
screen
so
porches.
like a handrail.
Yeah.
Whoa, what was that?
Speaking of screen porches.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
They're durable. All right. So anyway, you do screen. Wait a minute. What are we talking about? You do screened-in porches.
We do screen
You do
porches,
handrails.
handrails,
And 3-season rooms.
3-season rooms. That's right.
And you also even can rescreen a porch if somebody has one.
Yes, if you have an
Okay.
existing porch, the screens, they only last so long. So
Right.
if they're old or they have holes in them, we can come out and
If they have
get you
paw
new
prints.
screens.
Paw prints.
Paw prints, yep,
From your
I've seen
dogs.
that. Squirrel holes.
Squirrel holes. So you custom make everything. It's made from scratch with you guys. Is that
Yes,
right?
Yes, everything is fabricated in our shop.
And they're in Milford?
Using aluminum and stainless
Okay.
steel.
All right. And been in business for years, and you've been doing this even longer than you've been in business. Is that right?
Yes, I've been working with aluminum for
Oh, wow.
17, 18 years now.
Okay. All right. So if somebody calls you, are you still the guy that comes out and talks to them?
I am still the guy. I'm
Oh,
the
great.
salesman, so if you call me, it'll be me that comes out and shows
But
up
some
to get
things
you
you can give a ballpark figure from a picture.
Yes. Yeah, if you send
So,
me a picture, you
say
can
my
text
steps
it
are
right
this-
to my phone.
Give me a measurement or something, and you could say you're looking at approximately this.
Yes.
So that way you have some idea.
Yeah,
When-
for railing, I can get you a real price in
Oh,
most
really?
cases over
Okay.
the phone.
So a railing would be for steps.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you also could put a railing around a deck.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
then what did you say yesterday about it has a wire or what's that thing?
We do cable rail as well.
Okay. So when you put a railing around a deck, the cable rail is to keep children from possibly falling off the deck
Yeah.
or animals.
Yeah,
From
it's
bo-
for
okay.
safety, for
It's-
fall protection. If you're building a new house or adding a deck or something, often per code you need fall protection.
Okay.
So our railing provides that.
Okay.
So it can be either aluminum with pickets or cable rail.
Okay. All maintenance-free stuff.
It's all maintenance free. Everything is made of aluminum and stainless
Because your home
steel.
is an investment. You want to invest properly on everything you do.
And you don't want to spend a lot of time maintaining.
Fooling with it, yeah.
Painting, scraping, getting rust off.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. I do have a crazy question. I was at somebody's house yesterday where they have a pool and a deck. And they were telling me that them little bugs, Neseums, or what's it called?
No-see-ums.
No-see-ums. Okay. They think they come from the ground up. Do they?
I'm not sure about that. I don't know
Okay.
where they
well,
come
we were sitting
from.
on their deck, and they think they come from underneath their deck.
That very
And-
well could be.
And I said, well, then I would just get Alan Sayer to put a screen under your deck.
We do that quite a bit. Yeah.
You're kidding me.
If you have a
I thought this
screen
was my
porch,
idea.
You don't have screen under your deck boards. Some don't. We can go underneath and attach screen to the bottom and keep bugs from coming up.
Okay.
I'll tell you what comes up through the deck boards is the stink bugs.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. They love to
Wow.
hide behind the siding and underneath your deck and then come up when it warms
Would
up.
it make a difference if they didn't have a screened-in porch up top, if it was just the deck?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I've never done that, but I sure could.
Okay. I have an experiment for this young man. Anyway, but I was just thinking that. So people literally do put it underneath.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no point in screening your enclosed patio
And
in
forgetting the floor.
if you don't have screen underneath, yeah,
Good job.
because they will come up.
See, I'm smarter than I look, Denise.
You're a real smart
Okay.
guy, Jim.
So anyway. All right. So estimates. Do you charge for estimates?
No, estimates are free.
Okay. So you would either do it by a picture, or you would come out and take a look at things.
Yes.
And then give them a price. What if it's more than they can afford right now? Are you hooked up with any finance companies?
We do offer financing through a third party.
Do you really? Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so that's something to think about, because you might say, well, I want to do it, but I want to add a few more features. And if you can finance the difference, then it makes it a lot easier.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So how do you like people to reach you?
I like to be called.
Okay.
You can call me at 302-265-9135.
Hold on. 302-265.
9135.
You're still giving out your cell phone number.
Yeah, that's my cell phone. It's right over there.
All right.
Or you can text me. If you don't want to talk, we can talk by text.
Okay. You know how to text back?
I'm learning.
He's learning. All right. So you're licensed, you're insured, you'll go pretty much anywhere throughout Delaware. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
All right. Friendly, pleasant, honest, fair. He does a good job. So what's the gizmo you brought with you today?
I brought a little sample
this
of our
is
screen
for
porch
a
product.
screened-in porch. Okay. So the framing is all aluminum. Well, where's the wood? What's holding it together?
It's held together by stainless steel screws.
So this is not going to rust or rot or chip or peel?
No, it'll never rust. You'll never have to
Oh, my
paint
gosh.
it. All you need to do is wash it with soap and water.
And
if
that's
it gets
it.
dirty. That's it.
Okay.
And it's all put together right here in Milford.
All right. Delaware.
Milford, Delaware, not Connecticut.
Okay. All
There you
right.
can see the screws
Handcrafted.
there.
Just for you. So when you measure it up and everything, you're making it it's not like you say, well, you've got to buy it in this size.
That's right. Yeah,
Because I happen to have this material.
we take very specific measurements, and then we custom build the panels.
Is that
Fit
your radio
porch.
sitting there?
No.
Okay, got you covered. All right, just checking. All right.
Yep. Also up top here we have the no-see-em screen we just talked about. It has
No
smaller
see 'em.
holes.
What the world's a no see 'em?
It's
Is it a bug?
It's a little gnat that bites.
No
They're
see 'em.
nasty.
Wow.
They're my enemy.
I would
I'm
say.
waging war on
So
them.
with that particular mesh screen, you can weed them out a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, the tiny holes, it's made from the same material as this. This is our standard screen right here.
Okay.
It's just made with smaller holes so they can't get in.
Really?
Yeah. It's a very good, everybody who gets it says it's a really great investment.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right. So estimates are free. Now we're talking about a nice screen there, all aluminum, stainless steel hardware. It really is maintenance free, isn't it?
It really is. Yep, and it lasts a lot longer than something you may get from a hardware store or a
Right.
big box store. Most
box
of them are just strips that go on your existing structure with a vinyl cap over it.
Right.
And we repair a lot of those.
Okay.
I love that product because it
So-
provides me with good business.
So in the event somebody has a screened-in porch now, you're saying if they want like a little retrofit or something like that?
Yes. Yeah, we do a
Okay.
lot of that too. Somebody has a screen porch that didn't hold up quite as well as they had thought.
Okay.
We'll come take it off and get you a good aluminum frame that will last forever.
Okay. Very good. All right. Again, what's your website?
The website is getasliceofparadise.com.
Getasliceofparadise.com.
There's a lot of pictures and info about our products on there.
All right. Well, I'm excited to be involved with you, to help support you. And, you took over the building that was the Comstocks building. You're remodeling, getting some offices in
Yes,
there.
I'm really excited about our new showroom, sales room.
Well, I'm excited for you. So, what is that, 6706?
6706 Shawnee Road.
All right.
Yep,
So, not
right
ready
over
for
there.
people to stop by yet. But
If you see my truck there, please stop by and see me.
how will we know it's your truck?
You can't miss it.
You
it looks
can't
like
miss
my
it.
shirt.
Okay. Okay, it looks just like your shirt. Okay. All right. So anyway, give Alan a call. It's
265-9135.
You got it right. Okay. Getasliceofparadise.com. Is that
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
All right.
sir.
Check him out. Give him a call. Tell him I sent you. All right. Anything else we need to say?
Oh, boy. Well, I think we covered the railing. We covered screen porches and 3 season rooms.
The only thing left to do is make his phone ring.
Just give me a call.
Give him
call
a
me or
call.
text me. I'll even answer today.
We have a goodie bag for you, okay?
All right.
These are some of the most expensive old brown paper bags I could find, all right? So there you go.
Thank you very
All
much,
right,
Jim.
thanks a lot. Appreciate your support, okay?
Thanks for having me.
All right, see ya, Alan Sayer. There he goes. All right, what else is going on? We're sitting right here inside the palace. I got lots of things to talk about. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, I already messed up. I got a text message and did what I wasn't supposed to do. All right, what else is going on? Atkins Law Firm, okay? This is my attorney and one of the attorneys that I love dealing with, and there's another lady in there named Jennifer Tart, and they are good people, okay? And so if you need an attorney, maybe you're doing a land settlement, maybe you're working on your will or your estate or your trust, or you got a contract or something like that, I just want to let you know that they can help you out. Okay, and they have a help wanted position. They're in Milton, Delaware, and is seeking a full-time legal assistant to join our team at our office in Milton. So if you would like to talk to them about coming to work for them, answering the phone calls, conducting client intake, opening real estate files, drafting basic estate planning documents, filing documents, handling office errands and mail runs, preparing deeds, send your resume to Jason at J, just the letter J, and then the word AtkinsLaw.com. Jason at JAtkinsLaw.com. Send your resume to him, and if you ever need an attorney, if you have something you want to talk about, business or personal or whatever, you just give them a call. It's 302-664-2791. 302-664-2791. They're at Broadkill Road, 401 Broadkill Road, Milton, Delaware. Okay? Oh, my goodness. What else is going on here? We're sitting inside the palace in Milford, Delaware. People are coming. People are going. The parking lot might look full, but don't worry. There is plenty of room for you here. Now, Colin, I got to turn the computer back on for just a minute. I hope the glare doesn't mess us up. But I want to talk about a new sponsor, which is Southern States in Milford, Delaware. So I'm looking at my laptop, and why? Because they sell so much stuff. I went there the other day and started taking pictures. And I probably took about 80 pictures of stuff in their showroom. It's unbelievable, okay? So I want to let you know that Southern States in Milford has been around quite a while. I think they have been serving the Delmarva Peninsula for like 70 years, okay? They have been farmer owned since 1923, and they're your best source for like Mahindra tractors. Now, I mean Mahindra equipment and implements and things like that. I myself have a couple of the Mahindra tractors, all right? Been very happy with the service I received there. Financing is available for some of their stuff. They also have new and used things every now and then. We saw, another brand of lawnmower, and they trade things in, so you never know what they're going to have. They also have zero-turn mowers. They have safes. They have these beautiful, you can get them in different colors. You can get them in like pearl white or a pretty blue, or they even have some that look like gunmetal. In other words, lots of different safes, lots of different shapes and sizes. Some have the big wheel on them that you turn and different handles. They have everything from dog food to cat food to bird food to seeds. They have rabbit food. They have all kinds of stuff. They have shovels, they have rakes. You know what? They have water hoses, but they've got those really good quality rubber water hoses, okay? I've got some rubber hoses at my building and home that have probably been there 20 years. Really good, not them cheap Vonda. Now, they have all kinds of water hoses. Something else that I thought was really neat, have you ever smashed the end of your water hose and the hose is in perfect shape, but the little nozzle no longer works, the threads? They have those too, where you can cut it off and put the little piece on there. So it was really interesting to look around. They have boots, Red Wing boots. They have a lot of boots. They sell heaters. They sell propane. They do all kinds of stuff. So I just want to say that if you have any questions, if you need a propane tank filled, they even sell VP racing fuel. Okay, so it's a full-service place, chainsaws, weed whackers, suspenders. I can't even begin to name it all. So it's Southern States in Milford, right there on Williamsville Road, right on the railroad tracks, okay? And like I say, they've been in business a long time. They've got outdoor power tools, including trimmers, lawnmowers, chainsaws, blowers. So give them a call. I'm going to make it that simple. Just give them a call. Check out their website, too. There's a lot of information there, all right? So it's milfordsouthernsstates.com on the web. Their phone number is 302-422-8066. They are open 6 days a week. So anyway, they'll do you a good job. Tell them Jim Weller sent you. Their people that work there are not real pushy, but they're very helpful. So they'll ask you questions and try to help you get the right thing. All right, so whether you want fertilizer, feed, seed, whatever, give Southern States a call. Better yet, stop in. It's so clean and organized. It's really nice. If you get something and it's heavy and you want it loaded up like a horse food or something like that, they'll load the bags up for you. So anyway, just stop into Southern States in Milford. That's my first time doing their commercial. I hope I did a good job. I hope I enticed you, the listener, the viewer, to check out Milford Southern States. It's not like any big box store you're ever going to go to, because they absolutely know their product. They absolutely know what they're talking about, and they absolutely will give you great service. That is Milford Southern States, all right? Hey, everybody probably enjoyed some ice cream over the weekend. So, oh, I'm sorry about that. Yes, there we go. All right, and I'll get all those pictures printed in black and white. All right? So anyway, I want to tell you about Vanderwin's ice cream. All right, everybody over the weekend probably enjoyed some Vanderwin's ice cream. And I want to tell you that they have like 4 or 5 locations. First of all, they've got one in Philadelphia. No joke, for real. If you're traveling and you want to, you could stop by in downtown Philadelphia to Vanderwin's ice cream. They've got one in Georgetown, one in Fenwick Island, one in Dewey Beach, one in Greenwood, one outside of Greenwood. They're everywhere. I don't know if I said Georgetown or not, but they're in Georgetown too, right downtown by the Circle. So Vanderwin's, we appreciate your support of the show. And before the show is over, we are going to try to give away some Vanderwin's gift cards. So thank you. So if you want some ice cream, check them out. On top of the ice cream, you can get a gift card, but you can get a banana split, you can get a cone, you can get a cup, you can get a pint, you can get a quart. So anyway, you know what? I never told Jim Bosco what we're giving away today. Have you been giving them tickets out? Have you really? They don't even know what they're winning. Oh, my goodness. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm just letting you know that we're going to give something away right after the show to about 7 different people probably. All right. With that said, Phil Fitzgerald's. We were there the other day, Colin and I. We had an event at Fitzgerald's. All right, we had an event at Fitzgerald's, and we had a good time. So the Fitzgerald family were explaining how they've been in business a long time. They're right there on Route 113 in Lincoln, and I mean they've been there a long time, since like 1935. That's a long time, everybody. So if you have any scrap metal, you got some old appliances you want to get rid of, you got an old car battery, you got an old car, you got an old piece of equipment, an old piece of farm equipment or machinery or something like that, whether it's rusty or not, they buy scrap metal. They buy it 6 days a week. They pay you in cash. You literally just go there, go on the scales, they weigh your vehicle with everything in it. You go in there, you unload, you come back to the scale. It's just it's like an adventure. In other words, you know, they're just great people all the way around. So I just want to let you know that if you need to get rid of some scrap metal, if you want to turn it into cash, just take it to Fitzgerald's, okay? On Route 113 in Lincoln. Again, open 6 days a week. Now, the other thing that Fitzgerald's does is they sell used auto parts. So if somebody sold them a car with it's been in an accident, but the motor's good, the transmission's good, or the opposite, you know, the motor or transmission's bad, but the car's not been in an accident. If you need a body part, if you need a mechanical part, you just give them a call, tell them the year, the make, the model, what you need, and they'll tell you whether they've got the part or can help you out. So it's Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling. They're right on Route 113 in Lincoln City, Delaware. You can't miss them, and they'll do you a good job. It's fitzgeralds.us on the web. They are on Facebook. Like their Facebook page no matter what. And if you got some scrap metal you want to sell, take it there. 302, of course, 302-422-7584. 422-7584. And in the event you have a lot of scrap metal, you can call them and they'll bring a great big roll off and you fill it up and they will, like repair shops. Wall Service Center has one. I have one at Weller's in Bridgeville. So, all right, what else is happening today? I see a lot of people coming and going at the Palace, all right? And there's a lot of food happening, and it's just been a great morning here. So I want to say thanks a lot to everybody that has joined us today. I do see a lot of people might be on vacation, but Pat and Snooki Vent are here today, and that's a good thing. So if there's anybody out there that's keeping track of where they're at, the life and times of Pat and Snooki, they're here this morning, okay? And I don't know if they offered to buy everybody's breakfast or not. I can't remember if I hallucinated that or they really said that. So anyway, but this is a weekly show, and I made mention that we're pretty full, and I just want to say thank you. We've picked up a couple new advertisers. More people are signing on all the time, and I just want to say thanks a lot to all of the people that support this show. It's called Weller Does Delmarva. We've been doing it now. We started this show 617 weeks ago. That sounds really weird when you think about it. 12 years we've been doing this show every Saturday morning. So if you ever want to be on the show, you reach out to me and we'll go over what it costs and what's involved. But we're pretty full till probably February of the next year. So keep that in mind. Sometimes people reach out and say, hey, I got an event in 2 weeks. I can't do anything that quick, okay? So the more notice you can give me, the better. All right, I hear the music. We're taking a break from Delaware 105.9 for a couple minutes, so switch over to my Facebook page right now. I don't want you to miss anything. I don't stop talking. All right, everybody, I didn't stop talking. I just took a breath. So we're sitting here right inside the Palace. We're going to chit-chat with Colin Walls here in a minute or two, and we're going to talk about Walls Service Center. We're going to talk about TV Delmarva. We're going to talk about Fine Day Radio.
I want to mention that if you're looking for TV Delmarva on Channel 14, we are no longer on Channel 14.
Correct.
We are on Channel 33 now, so 33 is a much larger signal. So
yes.
The output power...
Well, the number's bigger.
The number's bigger,
Went
exactly.
From 14 to 33.
The output power is about 5 times greater than it was on Channel 14, and the height of our antenna is about twice as high. So we went from just under 500 feet to about 900 feet on a tower, and we went from about 2,340 watts, approximately, to 15,000 watts. So,
wow.
So our coverage is much greater.
Yes.
And it goes from about the Virginia-Maryland line, south on the peninsula here, up to about Dover. So you have an antenna. Point your antenna towards the Sharptown area.
Okay.
And which is just west of Laurel.
Mm-hmm. It's right by the Sharptown Carnival.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. Point your antenna towards that direction and look for Channel 33.
On your TV?
On TV, yeah, TV Delmarva. And then we've also got our weather channel, Weather First Delmarva, is on 33.3.
And to simplify it, just get a Roku TV.
You could get a Roku. Yep. I like over the air better.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of money that goes into tower, transmitter, and all that stuff.
You want to feel you got your money's
and
worth.
I want to get a return on that. Exactly. So anyway, yes, if you do have an antenna, and I encourage you to get an antenna. There's so many channels you can get.
There is.
Yeah.
And they're all free.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. So I mean, just generally, you can get 20 to 30 channels, and sometimes, depending on your antenna and your location, you might be able to get upwards of 50 channels.
Wow.
Over the air. Yeah. Yep. So check that out if you've got one.
A lot more coverage. Everybody wins.
Yeah. Exactly.
So when you talk about this package, 100 radio ads, 100 TV ads,
right?
That TV is a lot of coverage.
It is a lot of coverage, and we increased our population coverage by about 150,000 by adding, by going to Channel 33. So
it was a good move.
Very
All
good
kinds
move. Yeah,
of moves.
we're happy. Yep.
Everything is going
and,
forward.
So there's lots of other things, positive things going on, and some things we can talk about, but a lot of things we cannot talk about. So with the TV and the radio,
just keep an eye on us.
Right. I do want to mention that on Fine Day 102.3, we've got a new show coming from 2 to 3 p.m. weekdays on Fine Day 102.3. It is the Scott Jennings Show. And yes, Scott Jennings, you remember from CNN. He's still on CNN, but he's going to be on our radio station, Fine Day 102.3, from 2 to 3 p.m. weekdays on Fine Day 102.3.
5 days a week.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's the Scott Jennings show.
Everybody seems excited about that.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
a big,
yeah.
To
Well,
get
it's a
him
big-
to come to work with us is very exciting.
Right, exactly. It's a pretty big deal to get him. You know, he's going to be fresh on this, syndicated radio thing, but he is a longtime broadcaster, and so he'll be good for radio, for broadcast.
Well, we're excited.
We are excited, yeah. Yep.
So if you ever want to join us as far as advertising on the radio or TV, get up with us. We're not high pressure, but we cover a lot of ground.
We do, yeah.
Very affordable, and we'll help you because we are not your average media salesperson.
Right, we're below average.
We're below average, but we're business people, so we understand your expectation, your thoughts. We understand how to help you make the right ad and things like that.
And we know what it's like to want a return on our investment and to have a good value. So, we can feel we can give you a good, very good value for your money, and get you lots of advertising and lots of mentions and all that. So.
And we also have done things ourselves as business people, so we know what kind of an ad has worked for us, or what kind of a scenario or something like that. Again, somebody that's selling the advertising that also understands business is just a little bit different. That's
you and
all
I,
I'm
a long
saying.
time ago, kind of came up with this saying that you hate to be outdone by somebody that's not as good as you in business.
Just had this talk
but just
with somebody.
advertises better.
Correct.
And advertises more. So
you don't want to be really good at what you do and very cheap on advertising.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, somebody that's not as good as what you do, but is more free with advertising, gets your customer.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, I agree with that. All right. So anyway, Wednesday.
Yes, this
Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we got to mention all these.
Yeah,
So
but this
we got
Wednesday we're at
33 more
Boulevard
coming up.
at the beach, Boulevard Ford.
Boulevard Ford, Boulevard at the beach, right there on Route 1 in the Midway area, down towards Rehoboth, in between Rehoboth and Lewis. And we're going to be there broadcasting live from 10 to noon
this
Wednesday, July 9th. And we're going to be talking about Boulevard and all the vehicles they have and what they have for sale, what they are going to be getting for sale, and any specials and current promotions they've got going on there.
Yes.
So we were there a couple months ago.
Yes, we were. And if you got time and you want to stop by and say hi, I'll try to squeeze you on the show if I can. And if not, we'll give you some gift cards to somewhere.
Yeah, go take a test drive and then give us a report on the test drive.
Right. I think Renee is going to test drive something again.
She is again? Okay.
She is in the market to buy something.
Hey, after that, we're going to be at the Delaware State Fair. 3 times we're going to be broadcasting live from the Delaware State Fair. The first one's going to be at the Delaware Farm Bureau booth. That's from 10 a.m. to noon on Tuesday, July 22nd. Then after that, we're going to go to the Greenwood Mennonite School, their booth. It's the food booth, big food booth there.
Right.
Right at the first intersection after you walk in to the fair, no matter what direction you come from. It's
Can't miss it.
That big intersection, So you want to head there. And then where are we going to be after that? Delaware Electric Co-op. That's Friday, July 25th. We're going to be at the
down
Delaware.
there by that big pavilion.
Yeah, over where you start to see the tractors and all the
things
equipment
like
out
that.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think we're almost right across from Southern States. Somewhere in there.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah, adjacent to Southern. Yes, exactly. So
check us out. Mark
that's going to be a good
dates
time.
down.
Yeah. Delaware
3
State
times
Fair.
at the fair.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, I'll see you, Jim.
All right. Thank you, Colin. All right. How you all doing? All right, everybody. So we are sitting here in the palace. What was that? Okay, no problem at all. Sir, would you like to give me a breakfast review on air? Is that a yes? He's smiling. He's thinking. It was real good. Okay. That's as close to the microphone as he's going to get. It was real good. All right. So anyway, Denise, I guess go ahead and bring me over the next person. Okay, if you would. All right, and we'll go from there. So we are sitting right inside the palace, and people are coming and going, and I think Jacob is getting ready to join us, and got another new advertiser I'm going to talk about in a couple minutes. But in the meantime, we're going to start our interview with Jacob. So Jacob, how do you spell your last name?
Vazquez.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Some people say Vazquez, so
okay.
Whichever way you want.
Vazquez.
Vazquez is the Spanish way, and then Vazquez is the American way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. So first we're taking a picture in the iPad. Now, you're with a local ministry called Truthful Hope Ministries. Is that
right.
correct?
Yep.
All right. And how did you end up on this show?
So my assistant, Libby, who I think someone was speaking with, she reached out, and she knows you. I think you go to United. So,
Yes, yep.
Yeah, so she just reached out looking to get us some awareness. We're fairly new, so we figured we'd jump on here. And I listen to some of your stuff, and it's awesome what you do. So.
For real?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm not a paid professional.
You got the talent, I will say.
Okay, well,
I've been
thank
sitting
you.
here for some time, and it's really amazing what you do.
I'm good at talking. All right. So anyway, what is your ministry?
Yeah, so, well, first, thank you for having me, Jim.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming.
And, you know, my ministry, it's a nonprofit organization, and it's, simply put, it's to offer strong reasons for trusting in the Christian hope.
Okay.
The reason behind that is we all have our hope in something, whether it's family, friends, a job, but all those things eventually perish. They all eventually go away.
And let you down.
And they let us down. And we ought to put our hope in something that's substantial, that is everlasting. And that's found, as the Bible teaches, in Jesus Christ. So we offer to give strong reasons for that. We don't want just people to believe that blindly, but we want to give them strong reasons for trusting in the Christian hope. And that's actually precisely how I came to faith. I was a skeptic, but my journey kind of started way before that when I was a kid. I always had, and I think most people had this, deep questions about life, like what happens after we die, how did the universe get here?
How long is eternity?
How long is eternity? Pretty eternal, I would imagine.
Right, yeah.
And, you know, so all those questions were top of mind, but I didn't grow up in a religious household, so I was always told, just forget about it, you know, move on, you know, play baseball, whatever it was. So I did that until I was entering college, and my mother came down with cancer. Everything changed because now the questions were at the forefront. They were amplified. And that's also why I got into cancer. So now my full-time job is a cancer researcher.
Oh, really?
But I'm also doing this ministry on the side. And I couldn't just let those questions go because it wasn't my life at stake. It was my mother's life. So, you know, I saw it, and I tried different religious beliefs like Roman Catholicism, and I was somewhat of a lukewarm.
How old were you?
I was 18, 19.
So you were a teenager with all these questions that had lingered earlier in life.
Yes, exactly. And I was just seeking these answers. And I think the way God has hardwired me is if I don't have answers to questions, I get a little stir crazy.
Okay.
Which is a good thing and a bad
up.
thing. I don't give up. I don't need full certainty of things, but I just need strong reasons for what I believe.
Okay.
And I was seeking that. And I tried Roman Catholicism, but I was a lukewarm Catholic, and it just didn't work for me. And I tried New Age practices, and that didn't work. And it took up until my wife and I were invited to a Christian church. And it was just unique and breathtaking. And my wife was sold. She was like, this is incredible. But I was very skeptical. And I still am pretty skeptical of a lot of things. So I spent months seeking and finding, asking these tough questions like, what's the evidence for God existing?
What is the evidence for God existing?
Well, there's plenty. Maybe we could get into that, but I'll give you three. But just real quick to finish that point off. And, you know, I had all these questions. And gradually, I just found these answers compelling. I didn't have, you know, Jesus appear to me or God send me any messages. I just became a Christian knowing that Christianity is true to reality in the same way that the sun rises or gravity is real. So my hope is just to do the same thing for others, is to share those same evidence and reasoning. And we plan to do that through our free resources, so articles, podcasts. I have a podcast called the Truthful Hope Podcast, where I interview scholars and pastors. You know, I'm earning my master's in Christian apologetics, and apologetics is not apologizing. I always have to clarify that. It's defending the faith, so it's giving reasons for Christianity. So I publish a lot of my scholarly work on there, my academic work. And, you know, we just want to get the word out via conferences or speaking engagements.
So you're not representing a certain church?
No church, no denomination, just the truth of Christianity is what we're looking to spread.
Is this like a Sussex County group, or is
No, it's remote. It's all remote, and we're donor funded. We're 501c certified. We're nonprofit, so we run solely on donations, and we're remote, so no buildings, no rent we have to pay for, and we just, you know, we're trying to reach the nations, but we want to do so through sound reasoning, and that's our hope.
So if somebody wanted to see or hear some of your sound reasoning, where do they go?
Yeah, so truthfulhope.com, so truthfulhope.com. We have our podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, the Truthful Hope Podcast. And on our website, you could donate, truthfulhope.com/donate, or you can invite us to speak. So I'm willing to speak at churches,
Where do you live?
events. I live right over here in Lincoln.
Okay.
Yep.
So how far would you travel to speak?
As far as I'm needed.
Oh, really?
How
far have you traveled?
Dover? Dover, yeah, we've gone to Dover, and we're looking to do in events. We're looking to do some, set up a booth at events and just really just answer questions, like a simple booth, something like this, and it's just, do you have any questions about Christianity? Give us your objections. Yeah, because we think, for a long time the church was saying, just believe, but people have questions, really good questions, and I myself
give me an example.
So for instance, they'll say, I don't believe God exists. Maybe someone in the church will say that, and a pastor may say, oh, we'll just have more faith, right? And I just don't find that to be compelling, because faith in the Bible is trusting in what you have good reasons to believe. So you need those reasons. So I think a pastor should walk them through the reasons that there are for believing God exists, which I think are numerous. And you asked before about the three about some evidence for God. I would say there's three that I usually point to. One, the beginning of the universe. So we know through modern science, the Big Bang, everyone calls it, that the universe had a beginning. But the argument goes like this: everything that begins to exist has a cause. The universe began to exist, therefore the universe has a cause. So it's not showing the Bible, the God of the Bible, but it is showing that there's a transcendent source that caused everything to be, and that would be God. Now, that could be argued in a lot more depth, but that's keeping it simple. The other argument that I find really convincing is the moral argument. And it goes something like this. If God does not exist, then objective morality, how we know right and wrong, does not exist. But objective morality does exist, therefore God exists. So this is commonly, the problem of evil you might have heard. Why does God allow this hurricane or that child to pass? And all these horrible things, but we know they're really bad. They're not just something we think is bad. So the question is, where does that standard come from that we judge good and bad? And it has to come from somewhere transcendent from us.
Right.
So stuff like that is what we're trying to push. And, these arguments have been argued in depth from both sides. So what I try and do on my podcast is invite scholars and pastors who give a scholarly take.
They join you on the podcast.
Yeah, they join me, and we just talk about it. Like, we've talked about evolution. We've talked about the problem of evil. And Pastor Davey has actually been on a couple times. So, we try and just share the truth through sound reasoning, not just blind belief.
Okay. Not just, I said it, you should believe it.
Right. Yeah, because I don't think that's how Jesus taught either. Right. I think, Jesus taught us to know things with confidence. And God gave us these reasoning abilities, not to do small tasks, not to merely survive, but to know Him and who He is. So.
Right. Well, very good. So where do we steer them again?
Truthfulhope.com.
Truthfulhope.com.
Yep. It's and we got an Instagram page, truthful_hope. I'm always posting on there, engaging with the comments. So I'm a firm believer in deep discussion. So if there's disagreement, we invite it. We want people to talk about it. We want to have open discussion. And I think that's how we move forward. That's how we share the gospel.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've only been a Christian for about 6 or 7 years. But again, I told you I'm kind of hardwired to seek these answers. So I feel like...
For a living, you research cancer?
Yeah. Oh, for cancer research, yeah. So I'm a bioinformatics scientist.
Whoa, can you say that one again? A bio what?
Bioinformatics scientist. It's pretty much computer coding biological data.
Really?
Yeah. So, and again, my mother got me into that because, when she went through her cancer, I just thought I can't sit on the sidelines. I was loved to donate to places, but I wanted to get in it. Okay. And I was never a science student.
Is this like a job for a living?
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So I work from home. I support all the hospitals, or most of the hospitals on the East Coast. So Nemours, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, you name it.
Really?
Yeah. So it's a blessing to be able to do that. But
where do you go to church?
I go to church at United with you.
Okay. All right.
Not Milford.
You look familiar, so I just wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah. So that's what we're trying to do. I think I see God in my work as well, in the science, that we're helping, that we're loving people. But ultimately, true healing and true health and true life comes from the gospel. So that's what we're trying to do.
Right. Very good. Yeah. How was the interview?
That was great.
Okay, just checking. Okay, so just so you know, in case you don't know, this has also been recorded on Facebook.
Yep.
So you can download the whole show, take your segment out, and use it all you want.
Perfect. That is great.
Okay.
Well, it'll be on our YouTube channel.
All right. And here's a goodie bag for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay. And thanks for joining me, okay? We may get you back on again. We'll see, all right?
I hope so.
All right, I'll see you maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, take care. There he goes, Jacob. All right, so what else is going on? All right, now, the morning has flown by. There's no question about it. I was nervous. I told Denise, I said, I felt this is like the most I've ever had to say, ever. So I do have one more sponsor segment. This is a brand new advertiser to my show. It's IG Burton. And I'm very excited because I have known the Burton family since I was a little boy. And I knew Dave Burton real good, and his wife Ann, and then Charlie, and Joe, and then IG, the boys. And Charlie owns and operates IG Burton and Company now, and we are honored to be supporting them and advertising for them and talking about them. So let's talk a little bit, okay? If you're in the market for a new car, there's no question they've got the automobiles. I asked MJ Laughlin. So Charlie Burton owns it, and MJ Laughlin runs it all. I mean, he runs all 15 dealerships, okay? So anyway, and I knew him when he was a little boy, all right? I went to school with his dad. So anyway, I'm very excited to support them because I believe in them. I believe Burton's is a great place to buy an automobile, whether you want a new one or a used one. And I said, how many you got? And he said, we've got about 500 and some pre-owned automobiles and about 1,400 and some new automobiles. And I'm like, my goodness, that's a lot of automobiles. And here's the brands that are represented: Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, BMW, Mercedes, Buick, and GMC. And I've bought some GMCs. I bought some Chevrolets. I've not bought a Mercedes yet or a BMW. They also have Subaru. They also have, again, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. They're in Berlin. They're in Seaford. They're in Milford. They're in Glen Burnie, Maryland. They're in Newark. They're everywhere. They're in Dover. They've got Toyota up in Dover. So they also, I can remember this as a kid, all the buses came from Burton's. Bluebird truck, they have a truck and bus center, but they sell Bluebird buses. They have one location in Milford, one over on the Western Shore. They also will buy your automobile. Now that sounds odd because you think, well, everybody takes trade-ins. They do. But IG Burton will literally buy your automobile, meaning if you don't need it, or, for some reason you just want to get rid of it, or heaven forbid you're buying an automobile somewhere else and you want to see what Burton's will pay you for your car. So even if you're going to buy something and you're going to buy something somewhere else and maybe trade it in, maybe before you trade it in, before you make that final decision, why don't you see what Burton's will do? Because they literally will look at your automobile at pretty much any of their locations, and they'll tell you what they'll give you, and within a day or so, you'll have the money, they'll have the car, and you'll be on your way. No purchase necessary, but of course, they'd love to sell you an automobile, all right? So every one of their facilities is a full-service facility, and they also have 3 body shops. Okay, they call them collision centers. I call them body shops, where they can do collision work, repairs. They work with almost all insurance companies, or you can pay them to do something. They got one in Milford, one in Seaford, and one in Lewis. So if you have any questions at all, give them a call, okay? Their website is igburton.com, and it will steer you. It will show you all the inventory they have, incentives, financing programs, many different things. So if you're out there and you're saying, I've never dealt with IG Burton & Company, I'm telling you that I have. I have since I was a teenager, and I think they're a really top-notch, first-class company, and they will do a good job. And if you have any issues or some reason that something has happened that you're not completely satisfied, let me know, and I'll give you MJ Laughlin's cell phone number, and he'll do what he can to rectify anything that maybe has happened in the past. So if you have any issues, they're good people. I like them. You will like them. Put your trust in them. They're everywhere. They'll take good care of you. Financing, service plans, a little bit of everything. So I don't know what else to say. I hope I've said it well. There is a guy named MJ Laughlin that runs everything that literally started there washing cars. So if you're looking for a career, I mean, not a job, but a career, because when you think of a car dealership, you immediately think sales. It's not just sales. They have clerical. They might have service department. that need you. The body shop might need you. Wherever it may be, there's many different things, many reasons you could go to work at IG Burton and Company. But MJ started washing cars, and he did such a great job. He just continually moved up the line, and now he is the main gentleman. In fact, he is a co-owner in some of the dealerships. So any questions, give them a call. Look them up at igburton.com, okay, on the web, and they will steer you from there, all right? All right, so that is that. The phones are ready, which is a subtle hint from Colin that it's time to take phone calls. So 302-422-7336, 302-422-7336. We would love to hear from you. We would love to hear from you. And what we want to know is, how was your 4th of July? Anything memorable? Anything that you would like to share with us? Just give us a call. It's 302-422-7336, okay? 422-7336. If you want to call, say hello, good morning. If you own a business, you can put in a plug for your business. If you're part of an organization, you can put in a plug for the organization, okay? So anyway, it's 302-422-7336. If you would like to say hello, tell us where you're calling from. Out of state, we'd love to hear from you. But we want to know, what did you do for the 4th of July, Independence Day? Where did you celebrate it? How did you celebrate it? And did you eat food? Did you not eat food? Did you work? What happened on the 4th of July with you? Okay? So the phones are open. 302-422-7336. Call me right now and talk to me. Okay, you will be live on air when you call. And again, if you're out there and you own some type of a business, or you're part of an organization and you want to say something about it, maybe you want to talk about your church tomorrow morning, something special going on. Maybe your thing is having a chicken barbecue and you want to promote that. The time to call me is now. You'll be live on 2 radio stations, 1 TV station, Facebook and YouTube. All right? Phones are open, 302-422-7336.
This is Bob from Cape May.
Bob from Cape May. What's it like in Cape May today, Bob?
It's beautiful out here. We're having a weekend down here with friends. It's amazing.
Well, good. Are you swimming, fishing, or just chillaxing?
Yeah, I'm skinny dipping in the bay.
Oh, skinny dipping in the bay. All right. In broad daylight?
Well, yeah, now that people are coming out, I got to go home.
All right. Well, thank you for calling. Okay, Bob?
Yeah, it's been a great swingers weekend down here.
Well, there you go. Enjoy it. Keep it swinging.
I've been shooting off fireworks all over the place.
Oh, really? Good. How's the crowd?
Yeah.
How's the crowd?
I'm sorry. The crowd's great.
Good.
Great. Everyone's getting along. It's a love fest down here.
All right. Well, have a good time, okay?
Thank you.
See ya. Bye-bye. There we go. There's a love fest going on over there. All right. That was pretty cool. Anybody else want to give us a call? It's 302-422-7336. We're here for a couple more minutes, and we'd like to hear, what have you been doing for the 4th of July, okay? We encourage phone calls, and again, from anywhere. So it can be Delaware, can be New Jersey, could be Florida, could be wherever. So any questions, I don't want any questions. I just want to hear how you're doing is what I'm trying to say, in other words. So if you would like to call. But also, if you own a business, and you say, well, hold on, I got a business, and actually we're getting ready to serve lunch, and here's my lunch specials, feel free to give me a call. Maybe you provide some kind of a service or something like that, so feel free to call. In the meantime, Weller's Utility Trailers, I need to let you know, I've been asked, are we open today? We are not open today. We're taking the day off. We will be closed today. Tomorrow, of course, and we're also always closed on Monday. So we'll be back at it on Tuesday. So if you wanted to learn about Weller's Utility Trailers, you say, well, who is this Jim Weller? What is Weller's Utility Trailers? It's a trailer store. We sell utility trailers, not travel trailers, utility trailers, like to put your lawnmower on, to drive your car in, maybe to haul your motorcycle or your skid steer loader or your backhoe or whatever it may be. We sell trailers, new and used, open and enclosed, dump trailers, and we have a lot of parts in stock. If you need to repack your wheel bearings, maybe you've got an enclosed trailer and the roof vent is leaking, maybe you need a new floor in your trailer, you didn't crank the jack up all the way and you need a new jack. Whatever you may need, Weller's has a showroom full of parts. We have a full service shop. Our normal hours, people say, well, when are you normally open? We're normally open Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5. We are normally open on Saturdays, 8 to 2, but we're closed today because of the holiday weekend. And then we are normally closed on Sundays and Mondays. So Tuesday through Friday, 9 to 5. And then, of course, Saturdays, 8 to 2. And Wellers.com. And it's not Wheelers. So many people think there's an H in there. It's Wellers, Wellers, Wellers.com. Wellers.com, okay? So we sell trailers. We sell Amish-made products like swing sets, chicken coops, rabbit hutches, dog kennels, horse run-ins. We sell all that kind of stuff, okay? We've got a lot of it in stock. A lot of it you can custom order. We also sell Amish-made vinyl swing sets, and they include delivery and setup right to your property. We also sell carports, like a metal carport or an enclosed carport with garage doors and windows and things like that. So we sell all that kind of stuff. We also sell flags. We have a lot of people that buy flags, all right? So if you need a sports team or, a military theme or an American flag or a state flag, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, we've got a lot of flags in stock at Weller's in Bridgeville, all right? Also, tax-free shopping. Keep that in mind. So it's Wellers.com on the web. You can learn about us there. The phone number for the store, and again, they're closed today, 302-337-8228, all right? I want to take this minute and thank a very loyal listener of the show. His name is Jack Riddle. So, Jack, we do get your comments. We appreciate your support. He is not only our friend, he is our banker. He is a supporter of everything we got going on. And he's an all-around good guy, okay? So, Jack Riddle, thank you for your support and your friendship, and I hope you have a good weekend. We had Steve Grossman earlier, and I forgot to mention Lisa Grossman's birthday was yesterday, so happy birthday to Lisa. I don't know who all's having a birthday today, but anyway, there's a lot of people coming in. The restaurant is really busy today. Oh, my goodness, we are done for the day. That snuck up on me. Hey, Lawrence, back at the studio, thank you for everything. So we are done. So you all have a good day and a good weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday. I might even entertain you on Wednesday if you look me up, about 10 o'clock in the morning. See ya. All right, so for my other audiences, I just want to let you know, if you want to advertise, get up with me. You got any questions about anything? 302-542-9157. Bye.
From the Jersey Shore to the Delaware beaches, this is WN.